forged from the love of liberty in the fires of hope and prayer. With boundless faith in our destiny, we solemnly declare. Side by side we stand, islands of the blue Caribbean Sea, this our native land. We pledge our lives to thee. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation. Here every creed and race find an equal place, and may God bless our nation.
Heavenly Father, we come before you at the start of this new day, giving thanks for life, for health, and the opportunity to serve through this station. We ask for your divine presence to guide us in all we do. Bless this broadcast, that it may be a source of inspiration, joy, and unity to all who tune in. Whether near or far, may our words uplift, our music heal, and our message bring light to those who need it most. We pray for our listeners, wherever they may be. Grant them strength for the day ahead, peace in their hearts, and success in all they put their hands to. Cover those traveling with your protection, and those at home with your comfort and provision. Lord, may everything we do bring honor to you and be a blessing to others. Guide our steps, bless our efforts, and let this station be a vessel of positivity and hope. In your name we pray. Amen.
Your voice, your soundtrack, your station. New Era TT Radio. NETT Radio.
Sure, this music is more than noise. I can't behave myself. All when I jump in with my friends, I can't behave myself. Soon as the music hit there, I can't behave myself. Go on the back and not the end, I can't behave myself. Soon as the music hit there, if soca can you like, soca can you vibe, if Carnival is on, then you not alone. If soca can you like, soca can you vibe, if Carnival is on, well, you not alone.
Well, I tell you, you're getting all of that.
If soca
You're getting life, you're getting vibes.
if carnival is
And you know what? With all of that, you just can't behave yourself.
all one thing uncertain.
Hey, good morning to you, Trinidad. Good morning to you, Tobago. Neighbors in the Caribbean, how are you doing? All you good? Yeah, it's a Friday. To our friends and our family who are streaming all around the globe, good day to you. And of course, thank you so much for choosing us. This is New Era TT Radio,
Music is more than noise. I carry every
the heartbeat of the Caribbean. And of course, this is where we take you above and beyond.
soon as the music is there. I carry every do any back and
Giving God thanks and praises for each and every day. Let me say much thanks to the Heavenly Father,
if soca can like so
bringing us together for another day, and everything that we do, dear God, let it be a blessing on to you. Sir Charles, that is me. Happy am I to be in this space with you this morning. We welcome everybody to the Get Up and Go. This is your breakfast show.
Get up, get up. It's the time to start the day. The breakfast show is here. We bring in the soca way. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The breakfast show got the vibes turned on. From Morocco's Bay to the Savannah line. Let's start the day in Caribbean prime. The breakfast show, energy everywhere. We talk, we laugh, we make you think. Grab your double or your morning drink.
It's a Friday, baby.
Stuck on you.
Hoppa.
I got this feeling down deep in my soul that I just can't lose.
Doesn't know.
Yes, I'm on my way.
DJ Cassidy on the remix, baby.
Needed a friend.
Hey.
And the way I feel now, I guess I'll be with you till the end.
South Africa to the world.
Yes, I'm on my way.
Shake what your mama gave ya.
Mighty glad to see you.
Hey. Your weekend starts right here, baby.
Okay, so good morning to you. Good morning, everybody. And of course, welcome to the breakfast show. Yeah, glad to have you up on the inside. Good morning to Richard. Good morning, Wendell.
Good morning, Sir Charles. Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. And good morning, listeners and viewers. You caught me off guard, you know. Did I miss something? What happened? How everything went by so quick?
So you keep me late.
No, I think I'm late. Because, I mean, is it? Did we have news?
If
Did we have news?
we had news,
No, we don't have news on the morning.
no, not the news starts at 7.
My God. Well, something you did quicker than normal. Maybe you cut the tune shorter?
I don't know. Well, remember some songs, just like this particular song, just like about 3.5 minutes.
Okay.
Calypso,
Praise
you
is
know,
good.
you get soca.
Eh.
Then like no longer ago, 7 and 9 minutes and that sort of thing. If I play old school soca, like yesterday, I play a shadow, that's about 6 or 7 minutes. So yeah, the time I do that, do the intro is about, we coming in about 12 minutes past. But yeah.
I did everything like normal this morning. I got up, I went and poured me the kettle for coffee. I went and see about my fishes. I came back upstairs. The alarm went off for 6 o'clock, and I logged on, but I was listening to the tune, was voice, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you are telling me good morning.
Yeah.
That happened quick. Did you play the dancing lady and all those other things?
Well, Richard had the dancing lady,
Oh,
but I played some other dancing people.
okay.
That's when he came in.
Yeah, it went by so quick. Anyway, good morning, people. Good morning. I'm here. I'm just having my coffee, my Nescafe coffee, of course. And we're happy to be in the land of the living. Let me see, today is February 6th. I know I have some birthdays coming up soon, but do I have any birthdays today? I'm sure I do. Yesterday, I shared our story, our little thing Richard did for us. And that went viral. People laugh.
Yeah.
It shared as a story. It shared as a reel. It shared on the Facebook page. Everybody loved it. And of course, I did it on WhatsApp to a lot of people. And they enjoyed it. When the Facebook does alert you that your reel reached so much thing.
Yeah.
At one point in time, it said my reel reached 1,000 plays. But I'm sure of course it went past that after, because I think your reel stays up for 24 hours too, like a status, eh?
Yeah.
Right. So if 12 more, well, almost 15 hours ago, it was at 1,000 plays. You can imagine where it is now?
Yeah, it's probably going up.
Yeah.
It's moving. But
anyway, let me get my birthdays out of the way before Richard jumps in. Julia McClatchy, she is the wife of the pastor at Davide Pentecostal. Happy birthday, Miss McClatchy. I'm sure that you're still listening. You were a fan of the other show. I'm sure you've joined us here too. Alicia Jagasadi, premier parandero in Trinidad and Tobago and probably in the Caribbean. She is celebrating her birthday today. Happy birthday, Alicia.
Happy birthday, Alicia.
Noel Nahus, Anne Elise, Kim Scotland Mohammed, Annalicia Caruth, Lorne Davis, David Allen. He is out there in New York. He might be in Trinidad now. I think he's come for Carnival. So all these people.
Everybody's touching it down now,
Yeah, but
this weekend it's busy, Piaco real busy all now.
I know people who actually came and leaving because they just come for pan. They came for that pan semis and they heading back.
They come for the lime.
Yeah, they don't miss that. I seen his name Gershwin on the chat here for the first time. It's better that we Gershwin, Steve,
Might better not be him.
Because he'll harass us whole morning, Anyway, morning Gershwin. I don't know if you're still in Portugal or what part of the Europe you are now. I think you saying you were going to Turkey, weren't you? I think he was heading across to Turkey. He loves traveling. Yeah.
Good morning to our listeners and viewers, wherever you are across the planet. Good morning, and thanks for choosing The Breakfast Show. We know you have choices, so many choices in terms of media that you watch and interact with, and we're glad that you chose us. And of course, good morning to my co-hosts, Wendell and Sir Charles. Good morning, guys. Of course, it's Friday, so the weekend has begun, people, so put a smile on your face, and it's a weekend before Carnival weekend. So, there's lots to do, lots going on. Lots going on in Port of Spain mostly, I guess, because if you're in Arima, it's like Carnival does not exist. But if you're in Port of Spain, it certainly does. So, yeah, it is what it is. So if you, whatever you're doing, I know the avenue's been busy. But I'm in rehearsals for the play opening at the end of February, which is called Scandal in Cedrus. So I'm in rehearsals for that. But I'm in town sometimes. So one of my good friends is down here, Denise Athley. She's one of my besties from years ago. She lives in England now, but she's down here. So I've hung out with her a couple of times. And so I was supposed to hang out with her last night, but last night I was real tired after rehearsal, so I had to skip it. But yeah, so, people are in town and people are, enjoying whatever there is to do. So enjoy it and be safe.
Just be very safe,
Most important.
So he is in Braga. So that confirms that it is Gershwin. All right. Gershwin, thanks for joining the show. You can't reveal all my secrets on this chat, boy. Behave yourself.
That is why I was so worried.
He's troubling.
Now understand why.
Oh Lord. Anyway, we have good news. Get straight into good news, and then we
All right, so let's do good news and then come back and greet the people.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Anna Street. My name is Ashley and we're so excited to share with you our 1 month update from site. So we're looking at all of the work that's gone on in the past month with regards to the foundation and structural repair work of the house. Houses like this aren't built on modern foundations. Instead, the houses themselves are suspended off the ground on posts. You can still see versions of this stilted construction all over the country today. This technique comes from the indigenous people of the Caribbean who built their homes lifted off the ground to keep them dry during the rainy season and cooler in the heat. In order to take a look at our foundation, we had to clear everything out of the house and prep the floor for removal. Once we started pulling up the floorboards, the house's floor system and crawl space revealed itself. Below you can see the vaulted floor system and the original posts made from riverstone and lime. These posts supported the entire house above and sat directly on the earth beneath them. Over time, we can see that some of the original riverstone posts were replaced with concrete blocks. It was also really interesting to see the small items that had been discarded in the crawl space over the years, little traces of the house's history. Unfortunately, we found that one side of the house had started to sink, so we rebuilt several of the structural posts and tied them back into the existing floor system. This stabilized the structure while keeping the original construction method intact. That's all for now, but things are moving quickly on site, so we'll be sure to be back soon with another update. Let us know in the comments if there's anything in particular y'all want to see. Thanks so much for watching, y'all, and we'll see y'all soon.
Did you all see the video of the woman in the Nissan Note driving the wrong way on the highway yesterday? And a police car sped by and gone away, you know, they unconfessed.
That has happened to me already. Because sometimes I think it's people who are not
every though.
Who are not accustomed with the route. That can happen.
But on a highway with all those lanes, Richard, you'll make a mistake.
Yeah. And everything happened because I have met a car like that already.
Huh?
And the traffic just came to a halt and they just turned around.
What the actual?
I've never witnessed that.
Yeah, I have met that. I've met that on the church route that somebody was coming down and they were obviously confused. And but the traffic kind of just slowed. Everybody realized, well, you're in the wrong direction. And the person just turned like how that person turned and headed back in the right direction. Because sometimes the signage is not very always clear. And let me tell you something. When I traverse the highways need to be much better lit than they are. And that's the fault of the People's National Movement more than anybody else. Because you all have been longer in power. And I have raised this. I remember raising this when...
Wait, did you just make that political?
Let me finish talk. Anytime you hear me starting to criticize people, yes, get hot. But let me tell you, Penelope Beckles-Robinson was the minister. Yes, Penelope Beckles-Robinson, I remember, was once the minister of what ministry would that be? That street lighting would come under.
Public
utilities.
Yes.
And she was once minister of public utilities at a time, right? And I'd raised that with her when the highway was expanded, especially going down into on the Beetham and stuff. And I said, you really need lights on both sides. You need lights in the middle, but you also need lights on the outer edges, so that the highway is well lit. If you're driving from Port of Spain, and I'm giving you an example, I was driving from Port of Spain last night and heading into Rima, or the Church of Roosevelt. And after you come up the Beetham and you turn and you're heading past Quartz Megastore and heading towards the south turnoff, all of there, even though there are lights at certain points, it's pretty dark. You can barely see the turnoff. If you didn't know where it was, it's not very visible for people who are like heading to Mount Hope. And if you're going to South and if you're going to Mount Hope, those divisions are not very well lit. And on a highway, you need to be, in my opinion, on a highway, you need to be extremely well lit, because the possibility of accidents, if they occur, are more dramatic on a highway. So you want the clarity of everything to be very, very visible. And so you need much more light, and there's solar lights now.
Yeah.
So they can put solar lights in so many spaces and just light it up. So it's very clear, so that there's complete visibility for people to see where they're going. Because I'm looking at it last and I'm saying, if I didn't know that was the turn-off to go into Mount Hope, I would pass it straight.
Yeah.
You know, and government officials use the damn highways because you have to. Well, I shouldn't say they have to, man. They could use the bus route. So maybe they don't even know. So maybe they don't even know. But I remember having that conversation. And that was years ago. I'm talking about that how highways need to be better lit.
Yeah, I wouldn't argue with that, except that this one was broad daylight. So maybe she's a foreigner driving here.
Yeah, it could be.
Possibly be that.
It could be that.
Yeah.
And your customer right lane driving.
Yeah.
Your customer right lane driving, so you turn right and then I'm not in the United States. Oh my God. What to do? But people just stop, you know. But I've met somebody coming down the street down here and I'm like, what are they doing? Yeah. But as I said, the cars on my left and my right, because I was in the middle lane, everybody slowed.
Right.
And they turned around and went back in the correct direction.
But clearly she probably, because the person she was going into stopped and who was filming it, that's when she must be, because I'm sure other people were just moving away for her, moving aside.
Yeah.
And letting her
but she's probably panicking because she would have realized. But so she was probably panicking, how do I accomplish this? Because somebody has to stop for us to accomplish it.
Yes. Yes, you're right.
So, but what does it look like? The Beetham Highway?
Yeah, no, that's going by Twin City area there. I saw the sign for like Twin City and so on. Somewhere in the between that Macoya and Orange Grove, somewhere in that vicinity there, it looked like.
So maybe she came off the other side street and just turned and got on the wrong lane.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's scary, you know.
And you saw it's a woman from the video, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a woman. But you know, but sometimes the signage on our highways are not clear enough. Because when I'm traversing a highway, I'm not accustomed to like some of those interchanges in San Fernando. Sometimes it's not clear. So sometimes you're actually slowing on the highway and saying, is this the turn-off?
No, San Fernando is going down south always confuses me.
Yeah,
regardless of using the Google Maps and things.
Yeah, am I supposed to bear left here? You know, it's never absolutely clear.
Yeah, it is. That's true.
You know, so.
All right, let's greet the folks in the chat. Lots of chat this morning. Valerie Mendoza, good morning. Brennan Smith said, try a white oak sandwich to get some sleep. He may have to try a white oak sandwich. Okay. Well, I don't know, Brennan. I have these gummies that I take that helps me sometimes. Eunice Dublin, Margaret Thomas, Manuela Peters, Erica Charles says good morning. Robert Allen, who sang for us yesterday. I think it's the same person. Ava Smith, blessed morning. Richard Wendell and Sir Charles. Apollonius also says good morning. Odell Guy from Sangre Grande, Diane Payne, Boy Bidesi from Debe, Wendy Ann and Frank James, Carol Guevara, Marlon Motley, good morning. Sherwin and Juliet Kerr. I think Sherwin also sang for us yesterday. Debbie Modest, Gavin Frank, Gershwin S. So watching and listening from Braga, Portugal. All right, there he is, people. Watch out. Moel Makomi, good morning, guys. Joyce Phillip, Carol Guevara is singing. Oh, no, she's saying happy birthday to her niece, Dr. Sharon Roberts, out in Louisiana. That's tomorrow. Happy birthday, Sharon. Good morning from Nicola McNichols, Suzanne Jessup, that's Suzanne Suzette, and Mrs. Gemma, of course. Luan, spelled backwards, is more than Luan. I would call you City, but I coded. Luan Muking, good morning. Carol singing, manager, TTU, that's Norris Ferguson. Scorpion Pepper says, good morning. Lincoln Foxtrot. CJ from New York sending love and positive vibes. Scorpion Pepper. So Charles, you think we could play Respectfully Yours by Full Blown? All right. I'm sure he'll pull it up. Ambrose Blah. Kathy and Charles. You know, Full Blown, I found out, are the grandchildren of Eddie Hart. You all knew that?
No, I didn't know that. I know he ain't that.
I spoke to somebody and I was telling them about Full Blown. And they said, do you know that they are Eddie Hart's grandsons? I didn't know that. Ambrose Blah from New York. Kathy and Charles, of course. And she's saying special morning to Arlene in Bronxville. Gershwin is going to harass me whole morning, people. Just be aware of that, right? Claire Lendor Rollins. Trini Merle Kitchen from Oshawa. Dave Gosain. Carol wants to know the original dancing ladies in the purview of Richard Ragubasi. We found that out just now, right? Rena Jennings, morning Rena. David McCarthy, top of the day. Chris Tusse out there in Washington, D.C. I think he's in Nigeria still, I'm not sure. Red Rasta says good morning. Morning, Red Rasta. Richard M. Jeremiah. Sankofa, Charmaine Bernard. Kazim Abzali, am I getting that correct? Kazim Sabzali, all right. A police jailed in Toronto yesterday. 8 police jailed in Toronto yesterday. Okay, I missed that news, Kazim. Michael Robinson is managed from Japan. He's in Arima. Prabha Ramdial says good morning. Steve Wilson said I did that in Toronto already. I think I remember that. I might have been on the phone with you. Shoma Paul, Lester Cragwell, good morning, guys. Scorpion Pepper says, correct, Richard, in terms of the lighting on the highway. Finbar Collins says, use your damn headlights.
That is not enough. There's some part of the highway that have no lights.
But he's right about this part. On the interstate in the US, there are no street lights. And in London too, in Europe too, a lot of stretches, you have no lights at all.
So they're backward. They're backward. So we have to be backward like them. They're backward. So England and the United States are backward. We intend not to be backward.
No, they have long stretches there. So to light up those highways out there will be expensive. They have much longer stretches than us. You understand? Sankofa said, how long I have been pleading for directional traffic lights between St. Joseph and Mont Blanc. Sankofa, I don't think that's going to change, honestly. Because I know you've been championing that cause for a long time. And I think they just leave it up to people to figure out what to do in that area. That's how I gather that. Figure it out. Robert Harper says, good morning. How are you all doing?
Well, in that area, sometimes the traffic direction changes, So sometimes one direction decides this is their third lane, and then the other time the other direction decides no, it's our third lane now. And
that's
it's like,
I figured out. That's how it is.
You just go with the flow. That's what you do.
Stephen is asking how you know it's a her. You can see from the video, unless it's a man in drag. I don't know. Lester Cragwell, good morning.
It looked like a woman. It did look like a woman. Yeah,
it looked like a woman. Yeah. I'm not going to say I could see a woman doing that, but I won't say it. Lester Cragwell.
You won't say what you just said.
Lester Cragwell said, good morning, guys. There's a dangerous pothole on the right lane around the Savannah just after QRC. Will the authorities address this? Right lane. The right lane would be the lane where people park, right? If it's just after QRC.
Yeah, that's one by the Coconut Man and thing.
Yeah, by the Coconut Man and the Snow Cone by Larry Charles. Larry, organize that pothole for me. Dean Allen says, hi everyone. Oh Lord, Penelope Beckles as Minister of Planning was hopeless. Okay. You know, most ministers of planning go about very quietly and you don't hear much about them. Stephen being miserable like the other Stephen too. Lincoln, only a woman. I ain't reading your message, Lincoln. One day
go past that.
All right. Gershwin is giving his story about people driving wrongfully on the highway too. Sankofa also says, when I'm abroad, I never drive alone. Well, abroad, you could actually use those apps and you get you pretty quickly, pretty easily. Alistair Hart says, good morning. Ozzy Molino, Richard Phillip, good morning from New York. Natalie Hoyt, good morning, guys. Not on television. So Charles will check that for you.
And Joel don't have monitors checking whether we are in Gaia from the time the show starts? Didn't I have this conversation about a month ago?
But Sir Charles, sometimes I switch to the television that's in front of me here, but because I have to do other monitorings, I don't do
what other monitoring you have to do, Wendell?
You want me to tell you my business on TV and radio as usual, so you can make another play. You done doing one in Bacchanal and Sieges. Scandal and Sieges. You ain't tired.
You are a Bacchanal and Sieges?
Scandal and Sieges. You ain't tired. Make plays on me. Huh? Anyway, Rena Jennings says, yes, I knew they were his grandsons. That's full blown, as Eddie had grandsons. Yes, the Hart brothers has an amazing talent. Apollonius, yes, Wendell, they are. All right, so people are confirming they are. Chris Tusa is still in Nigeria. Magic says Grand Rising. Carol Guevara says, I take umbrage to Lincoln Foxtrot's sexist comment. Well, Carol, Lincoln might be 99% correct, eh? Carlisle Cupid, morning blessings. People in my tail again this morning. There's no YouTube video on my phone, so says Carlisle Cupid. And you all are not on television. Kenny in Harlem says good morning. Stephen R. Stephen. Wendell still. We got to block here. I'm telling you. You might have to block him, eh? Anyway, those are the greetings on the chat. And Bernadette Yates just came in with a good morning. Today's Friday. I will give you a little blight today.
All right, so let's see who's on the WhatsApp with us this morning. Let's say good morning to Salty Melty, to Marva, good morning to you. Joanne in Mount Hope, Sankofa is here, Kent in Lamantil is here, Zina is here, Charmaine is here also, CJ New York, Mark, Mr. Beeps in Pity Valley, Frank out there in Aruka, Archbishop Ashton Clark in Canada, Judith in Tobago, Mahi out there in Spain this morning, Captain Ron in Ohio, Orlando, Peter Wilson, good morning. Brenda in Penal, good morning. And somebody else, I don't have that name, but I have a number, good number. Good morning to you also. I do apologize for the Gaia stream. I have no control over it, but I will check to see what is going on. And the full blown, I'll get that for you after 7 o'clock. All right, as we go to the break, reminding you people to practice your songs because, hey, karaoke is coming up in the second hour.
Hey, you. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. So you think I can sing, huh? Well, then be part of our Carnival karaoke. You know what? I don't like that name. Let's call it Carnival karaoke. Carnival karaoke. We'll call it karaoke. Yeah, so you can be part of our Carnival karaoke from the Breakfast Show on New Era TT Radio. Yep, it's happening Monday to Friday at 7:50 a.m. starting Monday the 19th of January, and all you have to do is sing a verse and a chorus of your favorite Calypso, soca, chutney, old or new. Just sing it good, and you could be our karaoke singer, our champion for 2026. We're taking 2 contestants every day, and we're choosing one winner whose name will go into the championship box. And on Carnival Friday, the 13th of February, we'll have a grand draw for the karaoke champion of the Breakfast Show. the first ever prizes. Well, don't worry about that. You'll get something. Just come and sing and be part of our Carnival karaoke on The Breakfast Show and New Era TT Radio. Sing, the man, sing!
This carnival, the seas are calling. Production Sounds and Ace Limers Entertainment presents Foreign Exchange. Foreign Exchange. A carnival season boat ride like no other.
I wanna be somewhere where the music is.
Sunday, February 8th, 2026. Hearts Cut, Shakarama. Step aboard the Ocean Pelican and experience where soca meets the open water. Boarding 7 p.m. Sailing 8 p.m. Music by Production Sounds. D.O.C. Kevin Baker. Beats by Robin, Young Pro, and Bounty the Voice. DJ Eldon. And featuring International Steven. All the way from the U.S. Tier 1 tickets, $250. Tier 2 tickets, $300. Cooler included. No glass bottles allowed. Get your tickets now at islandetickets.com or call 29218-4747. Sunday, February 8th, 2026. Hearts Cut, Shakaramas. Foreign Exchange.
Jump into savings at Furniture Plus. Enjoy up to 40% off in-store and online. Find amazing deals on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. Plus extra discounts on credit plans and free gifts with select purchases. Save more at Furniture Plus today.
Step inside the Gayal, where tradition lives. Sunday, 8th February from 12 noon, the UEDCFA presents The Old Yard 2026. Wow! Experience the color and the power of traditional mass with Midnight Rubber, Pero Grenade, Gorillas, Jab Malasi, and more as they come alive. Feel the intensity of stick fighting with Keegan Taylor. Enjoy classic Calypso hits from legend Roddy McIntosh and witness a thrilling extempo clash between Winston Gypsy Peters and Myron Bruce, all happening live inside the Gayal at the Old Yard. Tickets, adults $100, students $80. Available at the UE Bookshop, at the DCFA admin office, or at the door on event day. For more info, WhatsApp 272-3232. The Old Yard, part of DCFA's legacy celebration. Don't miss it.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
End times is here. Are you prepared? Check us on New Era TT Radio or NETT Radio with Brother Raka and Brother Yatazakawa on Mondays from 7 to 8 p.m. End times is here. Stay tuned.
Platinum Carnival is the official road party band. Carnival 2026. Vibes and energy. Premium all inclusive. No long stops. $1,500 per day. Register free. Pay later. The road is the venue. Platinum Carnival, Monokini, food, music truck, drinks for only $1,500 per day. Register free. Sign up at dmcarnival.com. Platinum Carnival, powered by Mass Man Company and the JT Medics. Follow at Platinum Carnival on social media for more info. Can you do me a favor? Pick up something and win.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
It's a Friday, baby! Come on, let's do this. Here we go. Come on, yeah.
The pirate, baby.
Ooh, I got a full measure of
Yeah, man.
She a real time, eh?
Yeah, man.
She can real
She has rhythm. She has rhythm. Are we back on Gael yet?
No, we're not. No, we're not. So, I just sent you all a video of what they're currently showing.
All right, okay.
Yeah. All right. So we have our apologies, folks. We don't know. Maybe the person who to make the switch to YouTube went fetting last night and not around.
Like the turn cockman or?
Yeah, it's like the turn cockman. Just not there to put back on the water. Look, yeah. Anyway, Express online edition today. KI withdraws from Chutney Soca Monarch. I think he fell ill. I think that's what I was reading. Padarat, that's Barry Padarat, Public Utilities Minister, says WASA hires transparent, no set targets. Guess who's saying that? West Indies captain Shea Hope. I don't know. West Indies have the most amount of belly to keep Darren Sammy and some of them people playing cricket still. They are real belly to keep them. Driver loses $13,500 to temporary loader at Port of Spain supermarket. I don't know what story is that. Babysitter charged with sexual penetration of girl age 15. The 61-year-old love affair. What's that about Richard and Sir Charles? Home invasion in Palmis. Family robbed and beaten. Multiple street robberies on Charlotte Street in Port of Spain. Multiple robberies. What is that about?
That is how they are having all of these things happening in the city, and the city police and whoever is responsible is not seeming to get a handle on these people who are moving through the city, Independence Square, Charlotte Street, and those places, and just grabbing people's chains and stuff.
You know,
in broad
that's
daylight.
why you have two sides to it, right? Because it's very difficult to monitor a crowded area like Charlotte Street in Port of Spain for any police squad, right? I mean, but they have to do it, right? They have to make an attempt to do it. But up to now, I still don't understand some people going into those areas with gold chain and pendants and things like that, wearing it boldly. You know? I just can't understand us human beings sometimes, you know. And this goes for any part of the world. You understand? Don't do it. Don't contribute to these criminals and them. But that's what they are, criminals, and they're looking for any opportunity to take what you work very hard for.
Yeah, but we are hoping that the city is safe, and probably that is why people are still probably doing it.
Who said the city
they're
safe?
not curing the city at all.
Who said the city safe?
No, well, that's what I'm saying. You know, I mean, they encourage you to come into Port of Spain, it's safe, and they said that, but they're not securing the city at all.
Well, I think all cities have problems. So Port of Spain has its own particular problems, besides being run down and in certain areas and not very citizen friendly in some. It has its own peculiar problems, but I think all cities have their problems, because even in European cities, they warn you about pickpockets and stuff like that. And I saw a video of a girl in a British woman talking about the problem in London of phone snatching. There's a lot of phone snatching that takes place in London. According to that video, I suppose British people listening could confirm or not. So she said, be careful when you're in London, because there's a whole issue of people snatching your phones. So you have problems of various types in cities across the planet. Of course, some cities are absolutely safe, or really very safe. Shouldn't say absolutely, very safe. But a lot of European cities have problems, as does American cities. Different to us, though. Of course, we have our own peculiarities.
All right. Go ahead, Wendell.
I'm finished with the Express. That's the Express.
All right, well, I'll get straight into the Guardian. The Guardian today, Marvin sounds Wassa alarm, slams government for hiring 426 workers in 7 months, but Barry says it's only short-term jobs. Moonilal, India oil giant, to help TNT with Petrotrin restart. Protesters again converge outside the Commissioner of Police office. That would be the administrative office in Port of Spain. Gonzalez calls on Alexander to release additional info on police killing. Say what are they keeping it secret for? And no word from kidnappers after penal abduction. Shell awaits OFAC approval for Dragon. So Shell Global CEO Wael Sawan has placed Venezuela and the pending U.S. sanctions approvals at the top of the company's regional priorities, signaling that offshore gas developments could soon be tied directly into Trinidad and Tobago's energy system. Answer McCall faced duress in gas price negotiations. Chin upgrades streets of the world for revitalization blueprint. TTCSI structure Carnival as a year-round industry, and TTCSI leads a service sector revolution for 2026. So there's some of the stories in the Trinidad and Tobago Guardian for this morning.
Yeah,
all right.
That's a lot of stories that you just read there. All right, so let's do our good news while Wendell organizes the poll.
Yesterday, in one day, we have the Episcopal bishop in New Hampshire explaining that his clergy need to have their wills written and their affairs in order because they may be called to stand up against tyranny in the United States right now to the point of dangerousness, to the point where their lives may be at risk, to the point where he is talking about martyrdom in his church. The same day, the Catholic Archbishop for the U.S. Armed Services says it would be morally acceptable for U.S. service members to refuse orders from this president to invade a country that he is currently threatening. All in one day. Then today, the very next day, the three highest-ranking Catholic clerics in the United States, cardinals who oversee Washington, D.C., and Chicago and Newark, all released a joint statement lambasting the foreign policy adventurism of the U.S. government right now, saying it calls into question the, quote, moral role of our country. And, you know, that's a lot all at once. I mean, whether or not you're a religious person, even if you are a religious person, whether or not these developments are from your faith tradition, I think it's safe to say there's something going on when big, mainline, mainstream religious leaders of very, very large, very influential religious denominations in the United States start talking in terms this stark. Start literally talking about martyrdom. Start trying to bring their moral force to bear against the behavior and actions of a U.S. president and the U.S. government that he commands.
All right. I have some good news for Sankofa and for those folks who've been having that issue with those that signage in St. Joseph. In 2 months' time, it will be completed. They are just awaiting the shipment of the signs to deal with that issue in St. Joseph. All right. So Sankofa, in 2 months' time, you hold me to it, and I will hold the person accountable for it. The person who sending me this information, somebody of great repute, said in 2 months' time that should not be a problem again. All right. Just to read a couple of the comments. Scorpion Pepper said in Toronto, I feel very safe. I don't disagree with that at all. Jason Samuel is looking for a job to produce the show. He said, read headlines first, then discuss. Carla Cupid said, there's an epidemic of phone snatching in British cities. A special unit has been established to address it. And Dean Allen says, Wendell, police need to walk. Our city is a grid. Police can be stationed. You know, there are some parts of the city police don't want to go. I don't know if you know that, right? Dean? But I hear you. And Gershwin said more police presence can make a dent in the crime, make police highly visible, and insert undercover police. Generally, you see police in the city, you know, but as I say, that the city is such a complex place, especially the eastern part of the city, you know, that it's always a challenge. But I hear people when they say more police presence, and maybe some undercover police. I wonder if police ever do undercover thing, like to pretend to be a homeless person. I always ask those questions. Have they ever tried something like that? I don't. But those are some of the comments coming in on the chat. And somebody sent me a message. So Charles, you may be aware of this. Queen Victoria, some particular Calypso that didn't make this. Quite a bit of people didn't make the semi-finals, for one reason or the other. Who normally make, but who also have pretty good Calypsos this year. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to spread it around. That's the only way I could answer that. All right, so we can open the lines, people. Take some calls. Today is your day. I think we're speaking with Wendell Manwaring of Tree Canal in the second hour in Culture Corner. Are we speaking to Miss Tull?
We are speaking to Miss Tull after 8 o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Miss who?
Wendell, really NETT Radio chat.
No, all you just put so much thing in this chat,
no,
man.
Wendell, it was very clear. It was very clear.
You just put everything in the chat.
Well, you put so much thing in this chat, I can't keep up with you on Sir Charles sometimes.
Yes.
You know? But Richard, I was telling Sir Charles before you came on that little clip you did of us went viral yesterday.
Oh, you mean the caricature?
Extend it a little more. See,
the caricature?
Just as the jamming start now. Yeah, but it went viral yesterday. 281-1315 and 299-5156. Our apologies to those folks who are yet to see us on, let me just double check, yet to see us on Gael. They're still showing an interview, a very old interview with Errol Fabian.
Why Gael so inconsistent?
Yeah. Yes, Errol Fabian, if you're listening,
yeah,
you're very
why they're so inconsistent? They reminded me of Power 2 at points, because Power 2 used to always have a breakdown, the antenna breakdown, you know, it's stuff that used to happen, you know. It's so, you know, it's like, why do you have all these problems?
Yeah.
In terms of consistency. Okay.
Yeah, I want people to. I'm happy you raised that, you know, because you know everybody say I am the one who doesn't like to bash people.
No, but that's not bashing. That's reality. People who listen to
you are right.
Would have realized that.
You are right.
Yeah. Remember, I was there for years. I know there always used to be some antenna breakdown, something happened, but this part of the country not hearing us, and I used to be like, oh, good God.
We went that way for years, actually.
Yes.
I have a conspiracy. You know, I have a conspiracy theory on that, right?
Yes, I can imagine. Anyhow, let's take the calls. Caller, good morning to you.
Morning, gentlemen. I was speaking to Mr. Stevens directly about undercover police officers. So, the Port of Spain CID is based there, coming out of the Central Police Station. You also have detectives based in Besson Street, Belmont, and so on. But I think one needs to have clear, and there were police officers who used to operate as they went something a long time ago. The problem with the TTPS is that they never continue that. So as these people return out and when nobody replaced them, but there are people like that, right, in place. But what needs to happen is that you need to have coordination. So for example, right, most of those fellows who start shades and so on around Port of Spain, they know the detectives who come from TPS and Besson Street. So what you need to do is probably do the outreach and have those playing close to the other stations. So put some simple...
You're kind of breaking up there, Paula.
Yeah. Get closer to your phone.
Right. So what you need to do is probably pull people from like Sinclair and Belmont, the other stations with detectives, and you rotate them on a basis, and additionally with the people from the city police. Now, over time, they will get to know them, of course. But if you apprehend some of the people and put them in jail, and you see that the whole question of bail comes in and so on, right? If somebody is a habitual snatcher in town, there will come a time eventually when they would not be able to access bail. Right? So let's hope that in concert with the bail bill, that with the bail act that was amended last year, that this may happen. Where bail must be clean now for people to access bail. Right? One. And the other thing is, all right, so they had a big fanfare opening the police post on Independence Square and thing and so on. But there are certain times where there are lulls in the city. And I'm saying, in the time of activity, you flood the place. And you also use members of the defense force. So you have a cordon that whilst one or two people may be incident may happen, they will have a lessening of that type of activity. But you have to flood the zone and you have to do it in a smart way. And what I'm saying is, you always hear them talking about safe city initiative and that's what's going on and so on. But it seems that what it concentrates on are areas where there's nothing snatching. So you have to have a coordination of all heads of stations in the policy division for that to be effective. Unless you do have that gentleman, it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
And that's the problem.
Okay, no problem.
You know, most of these guys head two specific directions when they run. We can't deal with that. We can't station a police vehicle along the bridge there on between Besson Street and Piccadilly Greens. We can't station a police vehicle permanently down on the edge by South Key there. Come on, it is not. I'm not a police officer, and I'm visualizing it as to
how it can
how they could do this thing. Yeah,
well, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, Lincoln.
Richard, I'm calling for your expertise this morning because I need clarification. Reference these new fines to transfer HGC, your HGC houses should the original owner pass away. Does that apply to if you have already paid off for your HGC home? The reason why I ask is because I am aware that once you pay it off, you then supposed to be in possession of your deed.
Yeah. So but you know, David had asked me that question yesterday, and I said, if you have a deed in your name, and if there is no caveat that says you need the consent of the HTC, then yes, you can. That would not apply. That you can just pass on your property however you want to do it via deed to whoever. So that should not constrain you. But I don't know what the contractual agreements look like with regard to HTC properties. But once you pay off your mortgage and you have a deed now in your name, then I don't think that should apply unless there is some clause that says you still require HTC consent.
Bound you say HTC's consent.
Yeah, I don't know if that exists.
Right. And these are questions that people are not asking to clarify all these new fines and charges that they're talking about. So it may only apply to people that is still in an HGC contract and still paying HGC. And more so for the original rent-to-own units that people would never own and it would always be in HGC's possession.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. So that you would still require the consent of the institution to pass on the property to your family members.
I just have these questions for clarity because some of it seems a bit immoral. If I pay off for my thing and you still coming back after how much years after I paid off for my house to come and tell me I have to still come back and pay you 10% of the value of the house to transfer the name. So I just need a little clarity. Thanks for the information.
Yeah. All right. Good news. Good news, guys. Before I say the poll, we are on Gael now. We are live on Gael now. And I'm glad Lincoln raised that point too, because most of the AGC transactions done over the last few years. People go and get the money borrowed, pay off AGC, and now they're owing the TTMF or the financial institution. AGC is out of the picture now, for most of the recent purchases,
Yeah, that is true.
AGC is no longer in the picture, So anyway, but our poll is up. We wanted to go a little light today because we had so many heavy things that we're discussing. Are you feeling the carnival spirit as yet? We have had Pan, we have had Calypso Fiesta is coming up tomorrow.
Tonight.
So are you feeling it as yet, the carnival spirit? Yes or no? Right?
All right. So vote and we'll talk to you on the other side of the news.
The news you need, the clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is NETT Radio News Now.
This is News Now for Friday, the 6th of February on New Era TT Radio and Gael Caribbean TV. I'm Derek McMillan. Thank you for joining us. The People's National Movement has condemned what it calls an inheritance tax imposed on Housing Development Corporation properties, saying the new fees unfairly target vulnerable families. In a statement, the opposition accused the government of introducing the measure by stealth and called on Housing Minister Dr. David Lee to resign, citing a collapse in oversight at the Housing Ministry. The PNM said the HDC has introduced a 5% charge on transferring homes to heirs after death, and a 10% fee on the sale of HDC homes, replacing a long-standing $700 administrative charge. Former Housing Minister Camille Robinson-Regis described the move as ambush governance, while other opposition figures accused the government of poor governance. The PNM warned the policy forces grieving families to find tens of thousands of dollars to inherit homes already paid for, and amounts to an inheritance tax in all but name. Tobago Chief Secretary Farley Augustine says a barge has been secured as an interim measure to move cargo to the island following damage to the MV Blue Wave Harmony. Augustine said the Port Authority of Trinidad and Tobago has engaged a 67-meter barge for a 10-day period starting tomorrow. The vessel will be used to transport cargo that cannot be accommodated on passenger ferries, including dangerous goods, livestock, and bulk items. The barge will carry loads in excess of 7,000 kilograms and can accommodate up to 30 trucks per trip. Cargo movements will operate on an appointment-based booking system. Augustine said he was not aware of the cost of the arrangement. He also confirmed that MIDCO has advised that the Bucku Reef Ferry will return to service from Monday, February 9th, 2026. The vessel can carry approximately 948 passengers and 160 vehicles. Police are investigating a series of robberies reported along Charlotte Street on Wednesday. Around 8:10 a.m., a woman entering her workplace at the corner of Duke and Charlotte Street reported that a slim-built man snatched her gold chain with a heart-shaped pendant, valued at $8,000, before escaping along Charlotte Street. Just before 1 p.m., an Arima woman walking near a fast food outlet along Charlotte Street reported that her gold chain, valued at $2,400, was also stolen by a slim-built suspect. About 30 minutes later, a Charleville man was robbed while offloading a vehicle near Locust Variety Store. Two men, one reportedly armed with a firearm, stole $10,000 belonging to a commercial bank before fleeing south along Charlotte Street. The Ministry of Education says heightened security remains in place at Rio Claro East Secondary School following recent threats made against teachers and students. In a statement, the ministry said it is working with the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service and the Ministry of Homeland Security with additional school-oriented police officers and safety personnel deployed at the school. Police are also maintaining a static presence in the surrounding area, and all entry and exit protocols remain in effect. The increased security follows threatening social media posts made last month, which referenced violence at the school and appeared to stem from alleged bullying. Some posts included specific times and locations. The ministry said monitoring continues and counseling support is available if needed, as it works to maintain a safe learning environment. several rural carnival committees in Trinidad, including those in Mayaro, Cedros, and Princestown, have been disbanded in recent months and replaced with new boards, amid allegations of political interference. Former committee members say the changes followed the 2025 general election and were communicated through the National Carnival Commission, with claims that members of parliament selected new committee members instead of the usual election process. In Mayaro, former committee head and carnival queen Roxanne Amalo said she and her team stepped aside due to increasing politicization, despite being asked to continue. Similar situations were reported in Cedros and Princestown, where former members said they withdrew to avoid conflict. The Culture Ministry has not responded to the claims. In international news, Japanese authorities in the town of Fuji-Yoshida, near Mount Fuji, have canceled this year's Cherry Blossom Festival, citing overwhelming tourist numbers and growing disruption to residents' lives. Officials say the surge in visitors has caused severe traffic congestion, littering, and reports of tourists trespassing on private property, including using residents' gardens as toilets. Mayor Shigeru Horiuchi said the situation posed a serious threat to the community's quality of life, with as many as 10,000 visitors arriving daily during peak blossom season, driven by a weak yen and social media popularity. While the festival has been canceled, authorities expect large crowds to continue visiting the area during April and May. And that is news at this time.
That was news now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio.
Your mid-morning just got better. Join Sir Charles for the mid-morning mix and mingle, where good music, real talk, health, and family matters come together, and your voice is heard. Whether you're at work, on the go, or just taking a break, this is the perfect mix to keep you engaged, informed, and entertained. The mid-morning mix and mingle, weekdays, 9 a.m. to 12 noon on New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio.
This is the NETT Radio Breakfast Show.
Baby, when you whine on me, somebody get the phone, go to the telephone. I get wet. I get wet. I'm looking all through the party. I hope I find you there. And when I hold on your body, I'm gonna say my name. Like this is respectfully yours. Tongue in a party, me and my baby, grooving and jamming, grooving and jamming. The music seasons and we feeling sweet. I ain't ashamed to say. Every night and day, I want to wave, I want to wine, I want to party with you. I want to love you right, yeah. I want to wave, I want to wine, I want to party with you. When the rhythm pumping up, it's everybody jumping up. We sweating, we sweating. And when the sun is blazing, it's party like we crazy. We betting, all are we betting. Take a trip, dance a dance. Everybody saying something, but you talking the loudest every time. I'm coming back. I only want to fetch with you. I'm looking all through the party. I hope I find you there. And when I hold on your body, I'm gonna say my name. Like this is respectfully yours. Tongue in a party, me and my baby, grooving and jamming, grooving and jamming. The music seasons and we feeling sweet. I ain't ashamed to say, every night and day, I want to wave, I want to wine, I want to party with you. I want to love you right there. I want to wave, I want to wine, I want to party with you. I want to love you right there. I want to wave, I want to wine, I want to party with you.
Mornings just got better. You're locked into NETT Radio Breakfast Show. Fueling your day with the best music and real talk.
I want to wave, I want to wine, I want to party, baby. I want to love you, friend.
I want to wave, I want to wine, I want to get wet. Respectfully, of course, gotta find somebody to wave wine. I can do that by myself. Hey everybody, welcome to the second hour of the Breakfast Show, and of course you're listening to New Era TT Radio. This is the heartbeat of the Caribbean, and trust me, the heartbeat is really pounding right about now as we get ready for Carnival 2026. For those of you who came in early this morning, thank you so much for being here on the net. For those of you just coming in, and of course like our Gael family, I understand that you linked up kind of late this morning. No fault of ours here at the net, but things happen like that, right? Some people remember when we come off of the TV feed, and when we are through with the other feeds this morning, you can listen to us on newerattradio.com. New Era TT Radio on TuneIn. That way you get us on all of your Google and Alexa devices, yeah? And of course, like, subscribe, follow the channels, and don't forget to hit that support button, that support donate button. Of course, we really appreciate your help, so thank you very much for keeping us outside here. The poll is up. You're voting yes or no. Are you feeling the Carnival feeling? I'm going to shout, are you feeling the feelings? You feeling the feelings, yes? Well, yes or no, all right? And of course, practice your karaoke. That's coming up just before 8 o'clock today. Yeah, we have your karaoke coming up just before 8 o'clock. Trying to get a couple more people inside. Thing looking good all the time. Prizes coming in. And good performances coming in, yeah. And of course, we have our Culture Corner where we will be joined with by Wendelman Warren of Tree Canal inside of the next hours, well, after the break. So stay with us, we will be back.
Hey you, yes you, I'm talking to you, so you think I can sing, huh? Well, then be part of our Carnival Karaoke. You know what? I don't like that name. Let's call it Carnival Karaoke. Carnival Karaoke. We'll call it karaoke. Yeah, so you can be part of our Carnival Karaoke on the Breakfast Show on New Era TT Radio. Yep, it's happening Monday to Friday at 7:50 a.m. starting Monday the 19th of January, and all you have to do is sing a verse and a chorus of your favorite Calypso, soca, chutney, old or new. Just sing it good, and you could be our karaoke singer, our champion for 2026. We're taking 2 contestants every day, and we're choosing one winner whose name will go into the championship box. And on Carnival Friday, the 13th of February, we'll have a grand draw for the karaoke champion of the Breakfast Show. The first ever prizes. Well, don't worry about that. You'll get something. Just come and sing and be part of our Carnival Karaoke on the Breakfast Show and New Era TT Radio. Sing, the man, sing.
Step inside the Gael, where tradition lives. Sunday, 8th February from 12 noon, the UEDCFA presents The Old Yard 2026. Wow! Experience the color and the power of traditional mass with Midnight Rubber, Pero Grenade, Gorillas, Jab Molasi, and more as they come alive. Feel the intensity of stick fighting with Keegan Taylor. Enjoy classic Calypso hits from legend Roddy McIntosh, and witness a thrilling ex-tempo clash between Winston Gypsy Peters and Myron Bruce, all happening live inside the Gael at the Old Yard. Tickets, adults $100, students $80. Available at the UE Bookshop, at the DCFA admin office, or at the door on event day. For more info, WhatsApp 272-3232. The Old Yard, part of DCFA's legacy celebration. Don't miss it.
Platinum Carnival is the official road party band. Carnival 2026. 2 days of non-stop vibes and energy. Premium all-inclusive. No long stops. $1,500 per day. Register free. Pay later. The road is we venue. Platinum Carnival, Monokini, food, music truck, drinks for only $1,500 per day. Register free. Sign up at dmcarnival.com. Platinum Carnival, powered by Mass Man Company and JT Medics. Follow at Platinum Carnival on social media for more info.
Can you do me a favor? Pick up something and win.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Jump into savings at Furniture Plus. Enjoy up to 40% off in-store and online. Find amazing deals on furniture, appliances, mattresses and more. Plus extra discounts on credit plans and free gifts with select purchases. Save more at Furniture Plus today.
End times is here. Are you prepared? Check us on New Era TT Radio or NETT Radio with Brother Raka and Brother Yatazakawa on Mondays from 7 to 8 p.m. End times is here. Stay tuned.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
Okay, so we are back with you here on The Breakfast Show on the Era TT Radio and, of course, Gal Caribbean, the channel. All right. Wendell, you there with us? Wendell, you might be tonight.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know. Normally it comes back on, but this time it didn't.
Did you you notice who Derek supporting for Panorama, right?
I didn't see because I just saw it in the chat. Again, echo chat.
Oh, my fault.
Yeah. What he had on?
You missed it? Derek had on his All Stars t-shirt today.
Oh, he did.
I said, "There's one man see that is you."
No, I didn't, because I do so many things during that break that we get now. That I didn't pay attention to it at all. My apologies. Yeah, I don't know, All Stars t-shirt?
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Like say, come out to support this band today.
But All Stars is coming from far behind, though, for this
and I told him I say a band real long in the dregs,
Yeah. We have to come from far behind. But we could do it. We could do it.
I've done it before.
Mm-hmm. Especially with that tune. But is anybody playing that full-blown tune and the voice tune? Those are good tunes to Pan too,
Oh, yeah. They say, remember from a long time, they say Pan could play anything, yeah?
Yeah.
So.
Those really are good tunes. But Scorpion Pepper, you would have gotten your wish. So Charles just played full-blown for you all. Is it Respectfully Yours? Is that the name of the tune?
Yeah, Respectfully Yours.
Yeah, nice tune. All right, so our poll is, are you feeling the carnival spirit as yet? So let's go through this chat as quick as we can. So Charles, when are you ready? Let me know.
Yeah, I'm ready.
I don't think we had much votes, but I think we had a lot of chat. Alistair Hart says yes. Gregory Boyer, yes. Margaret Bernadette Yates, what is wrong with me? Bernadette Yates, yes. Sankofa said no. we did ask it. I'm not sure if it's last week, but we did ask it before. Apollonius, no. Luan is asking, I would love some clarity on the absence of stands at the downtown judging points. You know, Luan, I wish I could answer that. But I know the chairman of Downtown Carnival listens to the show. I don't know if he's listening now, but I asked about it 2 days ago. And he had said they were going to start to do the footings. But I know that area is also being used for when they wreck cars in the city. So I don't know. I can't answer the question. When I go downtown today, I will take a look and well, hopefully be able to respond by Monday. CJ says no. Susan Jessup, no. Ava Smith, no. Magic, what t-shirt? Oh, that's where I saw that question. He's wearing All Stars Magic. Take that. I like Derek's t-shirt.
Oh, let's check him out at 8 o'clock.
So says
don't miss somebody.
Is he gonna change?
We hope not.
Wear a t-shirt with a big lizard on it. Susan is saying love the All Stars t-shirt. Margaret Thomas says no, Sir Charles. Let's go back to the poll. Michael Robinson, yes. Cheryl Mirage is saying some nice tunes. She didn't vote though. Robert Allen, Derek advertising for them. That's Wendell Barnard, Richard, and all that. They are one of the. I really didn't notice Derek's t-shirt this morning. My apologies. Lester Cragwell, yes to the poll. Robert Taylor, no. It has been 15 years since my last visit home for Carnival. You're a Christmas man. Boy Bidesi, yes. Robert Allen says not yet. Eunice Dublin, yes. Margarita Chow, yes. Damian and Amanda. Damian Edwin say, Wendell, you put me, what you do, me pal, have me getting buffed by saying that my answer to that poll yesterday was also speaking for Amanda. I can't remember what the poll was yesterday. Sorry, Damian. Dean Allen says, ask Man Warren about Tuco press statement. Well, we had to know what the press statement is first. Robert Allen says no. Yo, Randall, when's Renegades on that? Yeah, Renegades is really sounding good. I have to tell you that. They're really sounding good with that listen. And it's a tune everybody knows for the whole Savannah singing it. Annalie Johnson says no. Carla Hercules, yes. Michael Williams, Morning Wendell. Exodus is playing voices. Oh, they are. Nice. That's a really good tune. Carla Cupid says no. And Nicola McNichol says yes. I attended everything on YouTube. Colted Finch says no. Right? So those are the votes. I know a lot of chat went on, but barely any votes. Go ahead, Sir Charles.
Okay, so we have Pauline saying yes. We have who's this? Joanne saying no. Mr. Bailey saying yes. Kenrin saying yes. Sexy Red saying yes. Captain Ron saying yes. Frank out there in Arizona, in Aruka, sorry. Frank is saying no. And who else again? Wanda didn't vote. One didn't vote. Everybody's didn't vote. Chat. And Peter is also saying yes to the poll. Any others on your side out? What is it?
No, that's it.
All right. So you have 33 people on the poll this morning. 12 saying yes, 21 saying no. So
all right. So
the majority of people is not feeling the feelings, as you say.
They're not. Okay.
No, they're not. They're not. Some people not feeling it. You know.
I guess some people. Well,
maybe it all depends on where you are in the carnival. You know.
Yeah.
All depends on where you are in the carnival. You will feel the thing in that kind of way and stuff. But I guess that is how it goes at certain points in time. But that is the poll. So some people are feeling the feelings as yet just a little more than a week to go in the festivities. Tomorrow is a big day for Calypso and stuff. People heading down to the park. Normally, I don't know if tickets sold out or that kind of thing is normally here that early, but
Skinner Park's so huge. Do they ever sell out?
Yeah, sometimes they do. Yeah. Anyhow, well, let's jump inside our culture corner now. All right?
Yeah.
Beyond the bacchanal, beyond the bacchanal, yeah. Beyond the bacchanal, beyond the bacchanal, beyond the bacchanal. That's where we want to be. Beyond the bacchanal, beyond the bacchanal. We need something to take we away from all this pain. Beyond the bacchanal, we need something to take we over and give we hope again. It's too much bacchanal, lying every day. It's too much of misinformation everywhere. It's too much of who barman, you can't tell right from wrong. It's too much of might is right, it's too much wrong and strong. That's why we want to be beyond the bacchanal. That's why we need to be beyond the bacchanal.
That's why we need to go beyond the bacchanal.
Well, I hope Wendell have the answer for that one time.
Morning, the answer. Good morning, namesake.
How are you going?
Yeah. I'm there, early morning, long night, early morning.
Good morning, Wendell.
Good morning, Rich.
Yeah.
Good to hear you. I ain't seen you.
That's his grandson picture up there, Wendell.
Yeah, boy, from back in it, I've been watching it. That's why I won my shades this morning, Yeah, the morning don't lie.
For real. So Wendell, you all have a show coming up. Is it next week, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday?
No, it's actually this Sunday, Monday and Tuesday. Monday, Tuesday.
Oh, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Sunday,
Okay,
Monday,
why
Tuesday,
do
yeah. 8th,
Yeah,
9th, and 10th. We actually used to run in that Carnival week, but things have shifted and we come to the beginning of the week now. It's all good.
All right. And where is the show taking place?
Queen's Hall.
Queen's Hall as usual. Right.
Yeah, Queen's Hall as usual. 3 nights only. You could get the tickets at the Queen's Hall box office or the big black box or online, of course, at islandetickets.com.
Yeah. We kind of the world is in a kind of strange time. With so many things happening, including in Trinidad and Tobago, in terms of the atmosphere sometimes. Some of the music this year, because I know you all always storytell, but storytell on what's taking place and on the humanity of what's taking place. Yeah. So I assume it's going to be representative of that too, in terms of what Tree Canal insight is on all of that.
Very much so, because we have 3 offerings this year. One you just heard there called Beyond the Bacchanal. Another one called Mad World, which inspired the title of the show, the Tree Canal Mad Jab Show. And the actual name of the show, the long name is Mad Jabs in a Mad World on the Warpath in a Zone of Peace. But that was too long to write on the poster, so we just called Tree Canal Mad Jab Show. And then the final offering we have is a track called No War. So they all speak to the feelings and what's going on around us at this point in time. I know under the poll this morning says we're not feeling the spirit, because there's a lot that's playing on the spirit at the moment.
Yeah. Well, I'm tempted to ask you what inspired the tune, but you basically
everything that's going on around us. Yeah. We have a mantra. When it's time to sit down and write, we ask ourselves 2 questions. What time it is, meaning we always try to be contemporary. and what's going on. It means we always try to be topical, but not literal, because sometimes when you're literal, then you lock your song down and you can't sing it again. So like I always cite people like Talk Your Talk is a song we could sing forever and ever, because they will always be mocking pretenders, you understand? And it happened during a particular administration. We could have put a name in it, but then it would, I guess, still dated. Right. So, you know, one of the things you always try to say is what really going on? And then you also observe that that song is 25 years old, but it seems like it's even more relevant now, you know?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, most of your productions pretty relevant still.
Well, I take heart in that. This is something we consciously try to do. I always tell people when we started, we didn't know we art from the elbow in terms of music. You know, Richard, we came from theater, we came from mass, yes. And, you know, we came from doing musicals, working in tent theater. We had to know what the difference between a jab and a jab Lassie was, and a Pierrot and a robber, and we had to sing all the old Sparrow and Kitchener. So that was our grounding, and that was a foundation. And then we went on to do walkout, work with Andre Tanker, then work with Minchell. So all of that was just educating us in who we are and what we're about. And that's what we try to put into everything that we do, really.
How do you describe that time working with those individuals that you would have, described there? And I suppose there's still a lot of collaboration working with some of the younger ones coming now.
Yeah. It was a blessed time. That was our Academy of Performance. It didn't have no Academy of Performance art then. I remember, it was people who mentored you, whether it was Godfrey Seeley or Christine Johnson or Dwight Arthur. I remember you work closely with Dwight, doing some of those really groundbreaking plays, serious plays, discussing serious issues at the time. But there's still a lot of fun and humor and comedy in it. And that was our ground, and that's how we learned. And I think that's why we continue to work the way we work, working with Raymond Chukong, understanding comedic timing. I always knew I was a more serious actor and Richard was a more comedic actor. But we were challenged to grow, and I think that's what we do in our work today, because I continue to work with a lot of young people. I've been working with Lilliput Theatre for too long. I can't even count the years. And a lot of the people that work in the Lilliput Theatre with me have grown up. They now work with the Tree Canal show. And then some of them look out in the world doing what they're doing and surpassing us in what we're doing. So it's all good. I believe in mentorship. I believe you learn from doing. You could go to school and they could teach you the theory, but you still have to come out and do it. So you might as well just jump in and do it one time.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have a particular favorite track from your from the repertoire for this year, Wendell?
For this year? I would say Beyond the Bacchanal, because of the idea came from an essay that I read from Earl Lovelace. It was a lecture he did in 2005 in a Carnival Calypso conference in Miami that they documented in a book of lots of academic writings and theories. But he had an essay called Carnival and Calypso and the Bacchanal connection. And he said that one of the things that they did to Carnival and Calypso in the very early, the colonial authorities, was to designate it as Bacchanal. And by doing that, it denigrated it, or they were attempting to denigrate it and keep it locked in a box. And he says the Calypsonians then went on to just sing about Bacchanal for their own commercial interest. And then the soca men continued in that vein. And as a result, we're only going down the Bacchanal road, and we're not dealing with the rebellion or the spirit or the resistance or the nation building. And I thought, hey, this is a very interesting article. And one day I was sitting down watching the Parliament, and explainers in Parliament, the Kickson came back to mind. And I said, well, yeah, that makes sense. We need to get beyond this Bacchanal and all this Kickson and get down to what is serious and real, which is what I think they'll try and grapple with every single day. You know, people call in because there's serious things out there and we need to deal with them. We like to have fun, we like to laugh, but oh God, man, after one time it's true.
Yeah, after that is true. Well, let's just pause for about 30 seconds. Let's just a little bit of the Mad World now.
it's a mad world. I'm getting madder by the minute, and like the madness taking hold of all the people living in it. Say it's a mad world. I'm getting madder by the minute, and like the madness taking hold of all the people living in it. What to believe?
Yeah, it's a mad world. All the pop and check it out. Like and subscribe, follow the Tree Canal too on YouTube, and make sure you like
know, that's a tune I started writing during the first Trump administration, and put aside because things looked like it was getting back on a kind of sane keel. But this time around, ooh, papa, and then we joined the bandwagon too. So it's like, nah, we definitely gone mad this round.
Yeah.
Let's say that question. You know, we like to ask questions. We say we don't want to say it outright, but the question we're asking. And actually, when we put out the song, we ask the question and the response. That's like your poll this morning was overwhelmingly, long time. You know, the world gone mad. So it's a feeling, right? And if we're feeling that feeling, we have to ask ourselves, well, how we could fix that, how we could get past this madness, or do we just go along with the madness?
Right. Wendell, I have a question here from one of our listeners, Dean Allen, who is asking your position on the Tuco statement about Calypso's being anti-political at the Calypso Fiesta, and they are, well, this is his words, they're antithetical to Calypso. He said, when you read these statements, you see fear and political reach. That is authoritarian behavior. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I didn't see and or hear the statement, but if that's what the essence of the statement is, well, it sounds straightforward, kowtowing.
Yeah.
It sounds like, you know, I mean, I look at the state of Calypso, I look at the results, the judges. I was telling somebody the other day, I said, you know, no wonder Shadow in 1974 wanted to rip out the judges' liver and put in a coconut shell, you know? And as somebody who played Mass with Mitchell, we always come in last from the judges' point of view and winning the People's Choice consistently. So I have very little faith in the judges because the competition was put there for a reason. The competition was put there to quell. The competition was put there to control. The competition was put there to, you know, suppress people's expression. So coming from the House of Rapso, I have no faith and place no stock in the competition because the judges, the judging, everything is flawed. And it is clear to me this time around that if the entity representing Calypso is saying them kind of things, well then, he's a mocking pretender. That ain't making no sense to me. Who is in defense of Calypso? What is Calypso? At this point in time, Calypsonians are supposed to be very afraid. We're not supposed to be protecting the politicians from the Calypsonians. The politicians supposed to understand long time, like Eric understand, let the jackass and then break.
Right.
Because this is not all the time, this is we time, this is the people time. So something I've been observing is that every time there's some kind of event, they call in the Prime Minister name and they praising the Culture Minister. Why? It's Carnival time. It's the People's Festival. That's my response to that. I didn't hear it, but I get all fired up for a second.
Well, I'm sure a lot of people share your view.
Yeah, there's so many things that's going on globally and in Trinidad and Tobago that just gets you sometimes so annoyed. And I suppose as creatives, you have to channel that energy into you know, because creatives often reflect what's going on in the society and reflect it in a way. Their duty is to be almost like a mirror sometimes, to say, hey, look, this is what's going on. Are you feeling it? Are you
right?
Yeah.
And that's why, like, for instance, the character that we take our inspiration from this time around is the Jab, which is, if you were to find the European equivalent, it would be the jester, the joker, the trickster. So in the court long time, the king always had a jester, and that jester was the one that could challenge the king, but he couldn't just come out and say, hey, king, you're doing stupidness. He had to put it in a rhyme, he had to put it in a form, he had to put it in a story. He had to do what it is we do. You comment constantly through your work, but you put it in a comedic form so people could come and laugh, kiki, kya, and then to go home and say, but wait, no. You know, that's the real thing, to cry, be laughing, you know. That's the role of the artist, the role of the Calypsonian, the role of the writer, the role of the to take the thing, twist it around, put some kind of veneer on it, and ask certain questions that make people think, And yes, one could often feel provoked into sort of just jumping out yourself, especially with social media and just commenting and vomiting out something. But I try to, control it and put it in a form that, okay, I have a show coming up, I could put it in that.
What is happening down in the yard by you guys where the carnival is concerned?
At the moment, well, it's pretty quiet because we are at the hall. We had the opportunity to move into the hall since Monday. So, but during the day, there's activity, making whatever needs to be made for the set or whatever. We still have the box office running there. We still have merch selling. But for the carnival period, every Friday we had what we call the Backyard Jam, which is where we really promote the music and platform younger artists or not so young artists who really don't have another platform. And that's been doing well. And people look forward to that because it's a kind of free scene. They could just fall in and, relax and chill and feel like yard vibes. I always say, all of our real cultural expression comes out of a yard. Mass come out of yard, pan come out of yard, Calypso come out of yard. So that yard is very important. And I think if the people in charge of the culture understood that, we would have thriving yards in all the communities throughout the society and the country that would help deal with all the issues of violence and not understanding ourselves and abuse and all the trippiness that's going on.
You've been in the thing for a long time. You basically grew into it.
Yeah. I'm an elder now. You have to age. You have to accept who you are, where you are in age. I'm not trying to be no young boy. I'm not pretending to be no spring chicken. I have learned a lot over the years. And I ain't afraid to express that.
Yeah, but where do you see the thing going on where would you like to take it? What is your role in taking it there?
Well, where do I see the thing going? Boy, we have a song called "Where We Going." And there's actually the song that we use the words of the national anthem. We say, I do believe that we can achieve great things together if we come together. Yes, you and me, equal and free in this together. The idea of rule and divide or divide and conquer is something that was deployed on us from colonial days, and it seems to be the stock in trade for the politics of the day. I've never heard so much ethnic terms being used as in this time. You've seen some headlines about Afro-Trinidadian communities and Afro-Trinidadian this and Afro-Trinidadian that, and I want to know what's really going on. And I'm thank God for the independent senators recently with these Zosos, because for me that was straight up apartheid.
Well, you get no argument from the guys here.
None, absolutely none.
I just listen to all you, so I'm not thinking in abstraction. I'm not sitting down here in my ivory tower just thinking, oh, I think this. No, I'm feeling the pulse of what's going on around me, and I'm feeling the pulse. I could hear what people are expressing or might be afraid to express. I heard a song the other day, Queen Victoria, and I was like, what's this song? The song rocked me back. Yeah. I was like, my God. And the way it was sung and the delivery. And I said, but there's not a nice song, it's not a pleasant song, but it's an undeniable performance. Mm-hmm. And I look at performance, you're judging the performance on the night. I saw Mr. Shaq's performance that night. I happened to be tuned into the YouTube watching the judges' night at that tent. And those two songs stood out, not just for the songs and the quality of the songs, but for the performance and the delivery of the song. So when you see the results the next day or two and you see, but them songs not there. So I'm not surprised at the statement by Tuko, because some of the songs that there is like, okay, welcome to Trinidad, la-di-da-di-da. Give me a break.
Yeah, and strange enough, that's exactly what a few people commented on in the chat about those two particular artists, that they have been left out because of whatever reason, however people perceive their songs as critiquing and whatnot. But that's
for me, you have to judge the performance on the night. Mm-hmm. When the judges go to the tent, they're not listening to the song on a radio. they're judging the performance on the night.
Right.
And for me, you have to pick the best performance on the night and say, yes, this solid is going forward. Now, if it mash your corn, if it fall in your garden, if you're trying to protect somebody, well, then that's a whole other thing. And then that means they have agendas at play. And that's why I go back to, I come like shadow. I want to catch them judges in hell and have them jump in. Powder liver, put in a coconut shell, all the wasting time, man.
Yeah.
And people need to stop getting all up in the feelings because the whole thing flawed.
Yeah. Politicians can't afford to be thin-skinned these days. Not now. You know?
Ever.
Yeah.
That you walk.
Yeah.
You know, and you will be critiqued. Even what you just want to be praised non-stop, that is dictatorial assness. Excuse me, I didn't mean to use that on the people.
You add the nest, so that we good with that.
Okay.
So besides, get 10 times worse than that.
Okay.
You always selling out Richard. Yeah,
Richard and I come from the same school.
True.
Let's take a look at this now.
Yeah, man, you know what?
Make room, me coming down, lick-a-ting. Sing, na. We don't want no war. We don't want no war. We don't want no war. What the hell you talking about? Boy, we don't know nothing about war. Tell them we don't want no war. All we want is peace. In the region, peace. In the world, peace. In the zone, yes, tell them this is the zone of peace. This is the West Indies. We don't know about war. All we want is peace. Tell them this is the zone of peace. Everybody, na. We don't want no war. We don't want no war. We don't want no war. What the hell you talking about? War? Boy, we don't know nothing about war. Tell them we don't want no war. We're pleased.
Tell them we don't want no war. Now, honestly, Wendell, I'll tell you, when I heard this song the first time, I said, what, like Tree Canal back in Juve, but
Yeah, it have that vibe, eh? It have that vibe.
imagine you coming down, as I say, 10,000 strong, and
Yeah,
this is
boy.
a champ coming down the road.
I visualize it as well. I even entertained the thought for a while. I was like, fellas, if it's ever time to jump back out, is now. And everybody's like, please, hush your mouth. So, yeah, but that's the feeling, you know. And I guess that's, you know, it's in us, you know, that expression, that sense of, I call this a megaphone song. This song is a holler. It's not a song that's being sung. I'm actually shouting the song, to be honest. And it really does feel as if the Juve vibration, the essence of the Juve, you know, that camboulet, that drum and torch and rooted vibration is captured in the song. You know, big up the stems and the producers. They reached out to us and offered us the song, and immediately I heard it and called them back and say, I have a song, you know, but it's not no Juve song, you know, in terms of we're not singing about Juve morning coming down the road kind of thing. And they're like, hey, all the different, do all the thing. So the sentiment at the time was overwhelming because we saw the amassing of all these warships and all kind of bacchanal was going on around us, and we're like, what? And the core of the song is the notion that the zone of peace is very precious. The idea of this being a zone of peace is a very precious one that we ought not to mess with so cavalierly, because the region depends on this being a zone of peace, not just us. You know, why is anybody gonna pack their bag and take a holiday in a war zone?
Very
So
much.
it's a crucial song in that regard. I mean, the war ships have departed and the war clouds have, you know, sort of dissipated for the moment. But the idea that, you know, this threat hovers over us, or what could have happened was very. People were very anxious for a long time. There was a time people were very, very anxious and scared, you know.
Anyway, Wendell, thank you so much for joining us on Culture Corner this morning. Wendell Warren, of course, one of the trio from Tree Canal.
Thank you for having me.
Quartet at one time. You know?
Yes. Thanks for John Isaac. You know.
Yes, can't forget John. You know, so Wendell, thanks for joining us again. We go straight into karaoke.
Hold on, let's tell the people about what's happening with the show now, please.
Just
repeat the information for the show.
Thanks for the opportunity once again. The Tree Canal Mad Jab Show will be coming down at the Queen's Hall Sunday the 8th, Monday the 9th, and Tuesday the 10th. 3 nights only, showtime 8 p.m. sharp every night. I can't remember the ticket price and all that, but you could go to the Queen's Hall box office, big black box office, or islandetickets.com. We would love to have you. And I know what to big up Glenda Collins. He's done some amazing vocal arrangements. That's one of the big elements of this year's show. The vocal arrangements behind what we're singing is what really reinforces the vibe of the show this year. So hope you have a happy carnival, people, despite not feeling the spirit.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Brandon.
Be safe.
All right,
be
Glenda.
safe.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know, Wendell has always been like that, though. Very outspoken, very, how I should put it, direct. He has always been like that. Always been like that.
All right, people stick around. We're coming back.
Hey, you. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. So you think I can sing, huh? Well, then be part of our Carnival karaoke. You know what? I don't like that name. Let's call it Carnival karaoke. Carnival karaoke. We'll call it karaoke. Yeah, so you can be part of our Carnival karaoke on the Breakfast Show on New Era TT Radio. Yep, it's happening Monday to Friday at 7:50 a.m. starting Monday the 19th of January, and all you have to do is sing a verse and a chorus of your favorite Calypso, soca, chutney, old or new. Just sing it good, and you could be our karaoke singer, our champion for 2026. We're taking 2 contestants every day, and we're choosing one winner whose name will go into the championship box. And on Carnival Friday, the 13th of February, we'll have a grand draw for the karaoke champion on the Breakfast Show. The first ever prizes. Well, don't worry about that. You'll get something. Just come and sing and be part of our Carnival karaoke on the Breakfast Show and New Era TT Radio. Sing, the man, sing.
So it is time for you to be part of our Carnival karaoke, and this is where you get to sing. So give us a call one time.
281-1315. You forget you're also on radio too, right? You need to say the numbers. You can't just put it up on the screen alone. You know that, right?
Right. So thank you very much. So tell them the numbers that they need to call, Richard.
281-1315.
Right. And 299-915-5156, right? All right, so people, the lines are open to you. We need 2 people to sing today, and you can win some fantastic prizes. Let's say much thanks to the sponsors on the inside so far. And so the people out there at Sunshine Snacks, we thank you so much. Damian and Amanda, thank you. Rumbox Crew, Bow Wow Pet Supplies, CJ out there in New York, Far Rockaway, Michael out there in Long Island, the Movie Town team, Pizza Boys and Church's Chicken, and of course JJ Jammer. And I'm hearing some other things coming too, guys. So by Monday and Tuesday, it looked like only a rare pricing about it. Yeah. More thing coming, but let's go to the lines. Hello, good morning. Welcome to karaoke.
Hi, good morning. Good morning to all hosts.
You're calling to sing?
Yes, I am.
Nice. What's your name?
My name is Genevieve, but I go as Fran on the chat.
Fran, as in Fran Romani?
Yes.
Okay, right. Got you.
Last week to sing, yes. So I said, let me just give it a try. And I hope you're doing the best of me. Yes.
All right. So which one you name Joan?
You have a nice talking voice, so let's hope the singing voice is just as nice.
I'm going to do Marshall Party.
Party, okay.
All right, okay. Go ahead, Fran. Okay. Janelle, go ahead.
We work so hard every week. We deserve a party. So tell everybody, let's get it started. Woyoy, 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 I'm telling you, all work and no play, me say, no way. We don't want no part of that. I need a stress reliever, 2 drinks in my hand and a gal in the middle. That's the song we need to find the middle. 46 to mind the middle of the road is where you find me and my friend, and then we say we work so hard for we deserve a party.
Yeah.
But you didn't disappoint enough.
And let's get it started.
Hey, Fran, you're doing pretty well there, man. Yeah,
pretty good.
Pretty well, Charles. You hear that vibrato? There's vibrato in the voice you hear. People only people can do that, you know.
Fran, thank you so much. All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. That's one person there. Anybody else? See if I can beat out Fran today now.
Fran didn't disappoint at all. She had a nice speaking voice and she had an even nicer singing voice.
Yeah. Fran did pretty well there. So we can take one more. We still have a little space on the inside. So give us a call right now. Right, you have hampers to win. You have case of beer to win, shandy to win, Malta to win. Hired breakfast says. All right, one return ticket to Tobago, people, because you know you have nobody boat right now, right? All right, we have movie town tickets, we have meal vouchers, and of course, we have a nice set of drinking glasses. Yeah, and I hear people still talking about they're going to bring things and drop it down by rum box. When they can drop some by rum box, right?
Yes, bring it by rum box. Bring it by rum box.
Right. So. But only bring it through regular working hours, eh?
Yeah.
I want only one call happen at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Fridays they could come all the way up to 8-9 p.m. because I'm there. More than likely I'll be there. Up to
you're working today?
On a Friday, yeah. So today's a good day actually if you want to drop something off. To put in the box along with the contestants. Today's a good day to bring it. You know?
All right.
Just make sure if you're leaving it, just make sure and state who it's from. All right. So we could give you the credit. So we could give you the credit when of course we are distributing the prizes, right?
Beautiful. So let's leave what it is and say who dropped it off. All right. So I think Fan alone look like she went in the box. All
right.
The championship box this morning on challenge. You see, when you get competition, they run everybody else, eh?
She timed it well, yeah. No, well, when people start off like that, I don't know if my voice, like, let's say let me don't call no name. No.
Please do not. Please do not. Anyhow,
I wasn't calling to compete with Fran. No?
Anyhow, all you have the whole weekend to practice your song, your calypso, your chutney, your soca, whichever one hold on you. And don't forget, you don't have to be in Trinidad or Tobago. You can be any part of the world. Because like our friend from Canada, and we had somebody else from somewhere else.
Canada, Robert Taylor in Fernandina Beach.
Right.
Ambrose Blah is in New York. He wants to know if he could sing a Creole song. Yeah, of course. Call in and sing, Ambrose.
Yeah. Right, but you have to do it on Monday because you're going for the news.
Yeah.
All right. We will be back in a little bit.
Hey, you. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. So you think you can sing, huh? Well, then be part of our Carnival karaoke. You know what? I don't like that name. Let's call it Carnival karaoke. Carnival, karaoke, we'll call it karaoke. Yeah, so you can be part of our Carnival karaoke on the Breakfast Show on New Era TT Radio. Yep, it's happening Monday to Friday at 7:50 a.m. starting Monday the 19th of January, and all you have to do is sing a verse and a chorus of your favorite Calypso, soca, chutney, old or new. Just sing it good, and you could be our karaoke singer, our champion for 2026. We're taking 2 contestants every day, and we're choosing one winner whose name will go into the championship box. And on Carnival Friday, the 13th of February, we'll have a grand draw for the karaoke champion of the Breakfast Show. The first ever prizes. Well, don't worry about that. You'll get something. Just come and sing and be part of our Carnival karaoke on the Breakfast Show and New Era TT Radio. Sing, the man, sing.
The news you need. The clarity you deserve. Local, regional, global. This is NETT Radio News Now.
This is News Now for Friday, the 6th of February on New Era TT Radio and Gael Caribbean TV. I'm Derek McMillan. Thank you for joining us. The People's National Movement has condemned what it calls an inheritance tax imposed on Housing Development Corporation properties, saying the new fees unfairly target vulnerable families. In a statement, the opposition accused the government of introducing the measure by stealth and called on Housing Minister Dr. David Lee to resign, citing a collapse in oversight at the Housing Ministry. The PNM said the HDC has introduced a 5% charge on transferring homes to heirs after death and a 10% fee on the sale of HDC homes, replacing a long-standing $700 administrative charge. Former Housing Minister Camille Robinson-Regis described the move as ambush governance, while other opposition figures accused the government of poor governance. The PNM warned the policy forces grieving families to find tens of thousands of dollars to inherit homes already paid for, and amounts to an inheritance tax in all but name. Tobago Chief Secretary Farley Augustine says a barge has been secured as an interim measure to move cargo to the island following damage to the MV Blue Wave Harmony. Augustine said the Port Authority of Trinidad and Tobago has engaged a 67-meter barge for a 10-day period starting tomorrow. The vessel will be used to transport cargo that cannot be accommodated on passenger ferries, including dangerous goods, livestock, and bulk items. The barge will carry loads in excess of 7,000 kilograms and can accommodate up to 30 trucks per trip. Cargo movements will operate on an appointment-based booking system. Augustine said he was not aware of the cost of the arrangement. He also confirmed that MIDCO has advised that the Bucku Reef Ferry will return to service from Monday, February 9th, 2026. The vessel can carry approximately 948 passengers and 160 vehicles. Police are investigating a series of robberies reported along Charlotte Street on Wednesday. Around 8:10 a.m., a woman entering her workplace at the corner of Duke and Charlotte Street reported that a slim-built man snatched her gold chain with a heart-shaped pendant, valued at $8,000, before escaping along Charlotte Street. Just before 1 p.m., an Arima woman walking near a fast food outlet along Charlotte Street reported that her gold chain, valued at $2,400, was also stolen by a slim-built suspect. About 30 minutes later, a Charleville man was robbed while offloading a vehicle near Locust Variety Store. 2 men, one reportedly armed with a firearm, stole $10,000 belonging to a commercial bank before fleeing south along Charlotte Street. The Ministry of Education says heightened security remains in place at Rio Claro East Secondary School following recent threats made against teachers and students. In a statement, the ministry said it is working with the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service and the Ministry of Homeland Security with additional school-oriented police officers and safety personnel deployed at the school. Police are also maintaining a static presence in the surrounding area and all entry and exit protocols remain in effect. The increased security follows threatening social media posts made last month, which referenced violence at the school and appeared to stem from alleged bullying. Some posts included specific times and locations. The ministry said monitoring continues and counseling support is available if needed, as it works to maintain a safe learning environment. Several rural carnival committees in Trinidad, including those in Mayaro, Cedros, and Princestown, have been disbanded in recent months and replaced with new boards, amid allegations of political interference. Former committee members say the changes followed the 2025 general election and were communicated through the National Carnival Commission, with claims that members of parliament selected new committee members instead of the usual election process. In Mayaro, former committee head and carnival queen Roxanne Amalo said she and her team stepped aside due to increasing politicization, despite being asked to continue. Similar situations were reported in Cedros and Princestown, where former members said they withdrew to avoid conflict. The Culture Ministry has not responded to the claims. In international news, Japanese authorities in the town of Fuji-Yoshida, near Mount Fuji, have canceled this year's Cherry Blossom Festival, citing overwhelming tourist numbers and growing disruption to residents' lives. Officials say the surge in visitors has caused severe traffic congestion, littering, and reports of tourists trespassing on private property, including using residents' gardens as toilets. Mayor Shigeru Horiuchi said the situation posed a serious threat to the community's quality of life, with as many as 10,000 visitors arriving daily during peak blossom season, driven by a weak yen and social media popularity. While the festival has been canceled, authorities expect large crowds to continue visiting the area during April and May. And that is news at this time.
That was news now. Stay informed with New Era TT Radio, NETT Radio.
Step inside the Gayal, where tradition lives. Sunday, 8th February from 12 noon, the UEDCFA presents The Old Yard 2026. Wow! Experience the color and the power of traditional mass with Midnight Rubber, Pero Grenade, Gorillas, Jab Malasi, and more as they come alive. Feel the intensity of stick fighting with Keegan Taylor. Enjoy classic Calypso hits from legend Roddy McIntosh and witness a thrilling extempo clash between Winston Gypsy Peters and Myron Bruce, all happening live inside the Gayal at the Old Yard. Tickets, adults $100, students $80. Available at the UE Bookshop, at the DCFA admin office, or at the door on event day. For more info, WhatsApp 272-3232. The Old Yard, part of DCFA's legacy celebration. Don't miss it.
This carnival, the seas are calling. Production Sounds and Ace Limers Entertainment presents Foreign Exchange.
Foreign Exchange.
A carnival season boat ride like no other.
I wanna be somewhere where the music is.
Sunday, February 8th, 2026. Hearts Cut, Shakarama.
Step aboard the Ocean Pelican and experience where soca meets the open water.
Boarding 7 p.m. Sailing 8 p.m. Music by Production Sounds.
D.O.C.
Kevin Baker. Beats by Robin, Young Pro, and Bounty the Voice. DJ Eldon. And featuring International Steven. All the way from the U.S.
Tier 1 tickets, $250. Tier 2 tickets, $300. Cooler included. No glass bottles allowed. Get your tickets now at islandetickets.com or call 29218-47.
Sunday, February 8th, 2026. Hearts Cut, Shakaramas. Foreign Exchange.
Jump into savings at Furniture Plus. Enjoy up to 40% off in-store and online. Find amazing deals on furniture, appliances, mattresses, and more. Plus extra discounts on credit plans and free gifts with select purchases. Save more at Furniture Plus today.
End times is here. Are you prepared? Check us on New Era TT Radio or NETT Radio with Brother Raka and Brother Yatazakawa on Mondays from 7 to 8 p.m. End times is here. Stay tuned.
S&H Rumbox, 137 Western Main Road, St. James, for all your retail and wholesale needs for alcohol and non-alcoholic beverages. Call us at 686-0599 or visit us at 137 Western Main Road, St. James. S&H Rumbox, drinking out of the box.
Advertise with us on New Era TT Radio, the fastest growing streaming platform for talk in Trinidad and Tobago. Audio and video ads welcome. Elevate your brand with us. Connect with us at newerattradio@yahoo.com or call us at 299-5156. Now what are you waiting for?
Okay, people, welcome back. Welcome back to we're inside the third hour of the breakfast show on the TT Radio and, of course, Gael Caribbean TV. The second morning to the folks out there at Gael. They eventually made it on, so thank you so much. When I heard that thing in the news as to where in Japan they want to postpone they cancel the festival because too much people come in.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I didn't.
The cherry blossom festival or whatever it is, because when the tourists come, they be even bad. Yeah, they're like Trinbagonians peeing all on the people wall, all in all over the place, and so they say, imagine that every other place probably welcome him. We looking for tourists. They're locking down festival and saying, look, not here, huh? We found up all here.
Based on all that I've heard from Manish and of course the Japanese Dr. Ueda, Japan is a pretty strict society, but there are some really wayward, lawless people still, just like I guess everywhere else,
Anyhow, well, before we get into everything, let's see if we can get into our guest because we're going to talk about this.
Step inside the Gael, where tradition lives. Sunday, 8th February from 12 noon, the UEDCFA presents The Old Yard 2026. Wow! Experience the color and the power of traditional mass with Midnight Rubber, Pero Grenade, Gorillas, Jab Malasi, and more as they come alive. Feel the intensity of stick fighting with Keegan Taylor. Enjoy classic Calypso hits from legend Ronnie McIntosh and witness a thrilling extempo clash between Winston Gypsy Peters and Myron Bruce, all happening live inside the Gael at the Old Yard. Tickets, adults $100, students $80. Available at the UE Bookshop, at the DCFA admin office, or at the door on event day. For more info, WhatsApp 272-3232. The Old Yard, part of DCFA's Legacy Celebration. Don't miss it.
Things are happening. Oh, yeah. All right. So
Hi, good morning. Hi, Dr. Tull. You have to rotate your camera.
I've tried several times and it keeps moving.
Keep it right there. Oops, just had it correct.
So you are seeing me upright?
I'm seeing you upside down.
But this is it. Every time I change it, it keeps flicking. So I may have to take it off.
Keep it right there.
Yeah, leave it right there.
Okay. And it may
right
change
there. We
again,
got you.
Okay. Let's see how it goes. All right.
Right. Good. So good morning. We have Dr. Joan Tull as our guest this morning. So
good morning.
When and where's... Oops, you just moved it again.
It moving for itself.
It moving for itself. All how I try to shift it.
Oh Lord.
Oh Lord. So you may have to take the recording, the interview with me without seeing me, unfortunately. And it's gonna change again. Let's see.
Don't touch it at all. Don't touch it at all.
At all. My hand's here.
All right. Let's hope it stays.
Yes.
So oops. All right. Okay. So I see me probably doing its own thing.
Is doing its own thing.
It's like Richard Raghubar Singh. He does his own thing when he's ready.
So I'm upside down.
Yeah.
So we may have to take off the camera.
Just take off the
Well,
camera.
all right, well that's all. You can take off the camera if you want. Right. We'll go with that for now. That's no problem.
So sorry.
That's okay. But we welcome you, and we are happy to have you.
Thanks for having me.
All right.
And it's really a pleasure to be able to talk a little bit about the Old Yard, which is coming on Sunday. This is the University of the West Indies Traditional Masquerade Heritage Fair that is put on by the Department of Creative and Festival Arts, which I am fortunate to be head of. And the project itself comes out of the Carnival Studies Unit, which I also head. And we've been doing it for some 18 years now, after having taken it over from Vieux-le-Cour Committee. Some of you may remember Vieux-le-Cour, which used to be down by Boy Scouts. And after Val Rogers decided, you know what, it's time to pass it on, came up to the university at DCFA. Could be more than 18 years because Roy Gibbons was still our head. I was a young Carnival Studies Unit coordinator. And with 3 weeks to spare, or 2 weeks, we were asked to take it on. And so we are still going strong. The Old Yard is also a UNESCO awarded project for Best Education Arts Practice. And of course, as you can see from the images, we focus on the traditional masquerade. We also include music that fits that time. And we transform our space at Gordon Street into what is the long-time barrack yard with a Gael, where all the performances happen.
So that's what I wasn't clear about. Exactly where is this event taking place?
So this is at what people would know as the open campus, or next to the law school at Gordon Street, St. Augustine, what we call at the university or North Campus. So that space is shared by open campus, or what is the formal term, global campus, as well as the Department of Creative and Festival Arts. So we share that space. And so when you come on the Gordon Street side, if you are heading to the law school, or if you're coming from the QREP side, if you've just passed the law school on the same side, you would see the open campus entrance there. And as you enter there, you would see the venue, the space, the location where we have the Old Yard right there in front of you.
Right.
You can't miss it because we have it well decorated.
Okay, all right. And this event is taking place when?
This is on Sunday, this Sunday coming, 12 noon. We start prompt and we finish at 6 p.m. And we have an array of masquerade traditions. We tend to focus on those that people have not seen in a while. And of course, the crowd favorites, such as the Blue Devils, the Moko Jumbies, the Jab. And we must have some entertainment because it's Trinidad and Tobago. And we have an array and a diversity of soca and calypso. So this year, we're going to feature an extempo clash between Myron B and Gypsy, and of course, Ronnie McIntosh.
Yeah, that's a whole lot you all have going on there.
That should be interesting. Yeah.
The department is celebrating a special year this academic year. When we say academic, we mean from last September coming right around to April, May this year. We are celebrating 2040. Last semester, 20 years as a department. This semester, 40 years in existence. And what is a lucky, I wouldn't say a coincidence because I did do my research. Mr. Ronnie McIntosh's career is about 40 years as well. So we thought it fitting to have him to celebrate with us that legacy. So this is why we chose him this year to go along with our array of performances and showcases in masquerade.
Beautiful.
You all have food and drink?
We also have food and drink, yes. We try to stick with the traditions in terms of local food. You might get a little bit of other Caribbean foods inside of there, as well as drink. We have a bar, we have our parlor, we have our food court, and we also have a craft market. We tend to have persons selling various craft items and local offerings for the patrons.
Is there an entrance?
This strikes me as a very family-friendly event. You're obviously catering for families and stuff to come out to this.
Yes, it is very much a family event. I am proud to say that about 80% of our market over the years are school children. Children, particularly in secondary schools, they use that event to learn about the traditions and mass for particular courses that they have to do at CSEC and CAPE, as well as primary school children. They tend to like it if I engage them. We have a granny house where granny tells stories and children can have fun with granny. We have the washerwoman living next door to granny, and these are structures that we build inside the yard every year, as you may be seeing from the images. So it's very interactive. You could consider it like a traditional masquerade Disney World. When you come into this space, it's just transformed. People are dressed in character for the entire day. Students, or theater art students, or carnival study students, they're engaging with the patrons in a very family-friendly way. Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. Sounds exciting.
Tickets are $100 for adults and $80 for students, regardless of whether it's tertiary, primary, secondary, and children. Preschoolers, $80.
Okay.
All right. And where is it? Where are they getting these tickets?
You may purchase tickets at the UWI bookshop, or you can purchase at the venue on the day, or you may call 662-2002 extension 8555.
Yeah, it sounds certainly like one of those kind of events that people should really go to to connect to the culture and what it was in the past and the kind of historical record, and so I think it's one of those important events on the Carnival calendar that I think, should be attended by persons.
Yes.
And foreigners this might be one of the few forums in which they see the past reflected in that kind of space. If they want, to absorb that kind of the culture of Trinidad and Tobago and Carnival past.
Yes, most certainly. I am happy to say that over the years we have had the yachties join us. At times we also have had photographers from National Geographic as well join us, as well as Fulbright scholars who have come into the space to document and engage with what we are offering. So yes, it has found itself to be of value in various corners, particularly as a space of retention and as a way of presenting heritage live heritage, the lived experience, which is also very important. As you may know, we have a lot of oral traditions, and I suppose in a sense every year when we do this, we are also trying to represent a performative tradition. So the only way you could see this enacted and reenacted is if you come every year to the Old Yard, and we choose a different theme every year. We've had the Year of the Blue where we featured Super Blue. We've had the year where we featured the Midnight Robber, and we had the late great Mighty Shadow's son be the feature performer. So every year we choose a different theme that we can pull those particular characters. Characters tend to have relationships, so that it's a very tight kind of showcasing that gives people an opportunity to zero in on a particular set of characters, masquerade traditions every year.
It sounds like a lot of work. What about your team that is pulling all of this together?
Most certainly, I am happy to say that I am supported by an outstanding team. It is a combination of academic and administrative staff, as well as students. So this project also supports about 2 or 3 courses in the department. Primarily, my course, Festival Management, which is a course where students have to intern in various carnival spaces. So this is one. They also work in other private events in the Carnival Fete arena. And in that course, through this project, they learn elements of management to do with backstage accreditation, artist liaison, managing your event during the day, maintaining it well, sanitation, patron responsibilities, safety, quality assurance and so on. But it's also the platform for the performance class, where the students are required to engage in a Dame Lorraine ball, as well as to take on characters that quote unquote live in the yard for the day. And then thirdly, it's also a platform of training for technical theater students. And all of these students, with the exception of the performance class, they work on setting up the yard. So if you look at our social media pages on Facebook, Department of Creative and Festival Arts, as well as on Instagram, UWI Creative and Festival Arts, you will also see footage that is part of our promotion showing us preparing the yard. We get it ready ourselves. So it also teaches students how to do load in, load out, set management, set design, set construction.
Okay. So at this stage, what percentage of preparedness are you all at this point?
Oh, we are at, I would say 90. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because we have, yes, that's right. Because our students are also training in an event on Saturday night. So we have to be ready. And we are happy to choose things like this because this is how the carnival go. So yes. One needs to be competent to be able to move from one type of event to the next, or from one event to the next. So we are always happy when they kind of spill onto each other. Years ago, our students used to train in Mashal Montano's event. So it was the Old Yard Sunday and then Mashal Monday, the Monday after. So we are always happy when we can get them, quote unquote, bunched up like that, so they really get the experience for the internship.
Yeah, to see all the work and how it does get tired in Carnival. Just before we go, Dr. Tull,
yes.
So just run down the event again for people, let them know what's happening and where it's happening. You tell them everything right now.
Yes, so I'm happy to share with everyone listening that you are invited to the Old Yard. It's a traditional heritage masquerade fair event offered by the Department of Creative and Festival Arts at the University of the West Indies. And we are located at Gordon Street, which is next to the Law School, St. Augustine. This is on Sunday, February 8th. Tickets are $100 adults, $80 for children and students. And you may buy tickets at the door, or you can purchase tickets at the UWI bookshop.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Dr. Tull, for joining us this morning and enlightening us on the Old Yard.
Yes, I'm so sorry that the technology did not wish to cooperate.
It happens like that. It fails at times. Yeah. we know that well. All right, but thank you so much for making the effort, and thank you for being with us here on NETT Radio.
Yes, thank you for having me. You all have a good day. I hope to see you at the Old Yard.
Sure you will.
Yes. Bye-bye.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Dr. Tull.
Yeah.
All right. Of course, that was Dr. Joan Tull telling us a bit about what's happening up at the UE compound. The Old Yard, that's what they're calling it. Tickets are $100 for adults and $80 if you're not an adult. In other words, $100 for all of you who listen now. Right?
You might have to pay two.
You know, but it's the Old Yard presents what? A lot of you all would be very familiar with that word. What?
Wow. Yeah.
Wood.
All right, people stay with us, and we take a short break, and then we come back and put a wrap on it. It's kind of like that wrap that Richard I'm wrapping in the background.
Step inside the Gayal, where tradition lives. Sunday, 8th February from 12 noon, the UEDCFA presents The Old Yard 2026. Wow! Experience the color and the power of traditional mass with Midnight Rubber, Pero Grenade, Gorillas, Jab Molasi, and more as they come alive. Feel the intensity of stick fighting with Keegan Taylor. Enjoy classic Calypso hits from legend Ronnie McIntosh, and witness a a thrilling extempo clash between Winston Gypsy Peters and Myron Bruce, all happening live inside the Gayal at the Old Yard. Tickets, adults $100, students $80. Available at the UE Bookshop, at the DCFA admin office, or at the door on event day. For more info, WhatsApp 272-3232. The Old Yard, part of DCFA's Legacy Celebration. Don't miss it.
Okay, don't you miss it, people. Don't you miss it.
Yeah. I guess we could squeeze in a couple calls. I know Friday is supposed to be your day, but of course, leading up to Carnival, we're going to have a lot of little cultural clips and so on. So please bear with us, but I hope you're understanding that all of that is part of your day. In other words, presenting these cultural experiences and things that people can enjoy during the Carnival season. Because most people said they're not feeling the Carnival spirit this morning. We're hoping we could help with that. You understand? We're hoping we could help with that. All right?
All right. So
you helping people get the Carnival spirit, Wendell?
Well, we on the breakfast show, by showing you these things, we're showing you and bringing these people as guests.
Yeah, and then we directed it down to Rumbox to come and take the drink.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you really want to get it, come down by Rumbox. Because last week, Friday, boy, oh boy. I haven't shared all the clips with the Japanese ladies who were there. They had a ball with Manish. They had a ball. Because there were a lot of people there on Friday celebrating whatever they showed up on Friday last. You know, because I guess they like the fact that Rumbox is kind of off the beaten track and kind of private. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we don't in the back. A lot of people like that. So they come there and they had a ball last week Friday. It was like a
Well, I'll come back this Friday. I come back every Friday, right? So we're taking a couple of your calls. 281-1315-299-5156. Those are the numbers that you're calling. Caller, good morning to you.
Guys.
Mr. Martin, how are you going?
Oh, I'm good. I'm blessed.
You feeling the Carnival spirit already?
Yeah. Well, boy, I went to an aerobic burn in Movie Town yesterday. Normally did this. I wasn't. This virus tried to knock me down. And a friend Gil come out the house and boy, it starts from 4 to 6. That sun, that vitamin D, well, brother, it did wonders.
Yeah, it worked.
I am feeling so much better after taking that workout in that sun. So
beautiful.
It was great. I don't know if you all touched on this. There's a video circulating with a schoolboy real sitting on aggressive with
You understand?
I had to ask myself, he's really a schoolboy? That young man was so aggressive towards police. I've never seen disrespect towards police like what that schoolboy did. You know, them police exercise real constraint. Because I know some officers would have throw him and put handcuffs on him. Real disrespectful.
This is not the same one that with the guy that fainted and ended up in the hospital.
Yes, same one.
That's the same one? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
the same one she's talking about.
Ended up in the hospital.
The young boy, he
fainted after.
After the time he fainted.
That guy, wait now, you're sure it's the same. Anyway, that video, I still have to ask myself, I wonder if he was really a schoolboy or he just had on schoolboy clothes. Because I have never seen disrespect from a school child, a school boy. These are the people. You see that behavior? If he is behaving so as a school boy, Lord, when he gets an adult, Jesus Christ, listen, they need to really give him some good warnings and about his behavior. Totally disrespectful. And I want to commend them officers, or you really showed constraint from that behavior. You know what that reminds me of? When there was a fight in Tobago with some schoolgirls and boys fighting girls. Police come on the scene. Them Tobago students, them didn't care. Police, you know, never see people fighting. Police reach and they still pelting, kick and cuff. Lord, we in a real mess. Y'all have a blessed weekend.
Yeah. I think that young man has some challenges in terms of his mental stability and so on. That's what I gathered from that video. And I think even at the point of him fainting was as a result of whatever challenges he has mentally.
Okay, right.
Yeah. He may have some.
As Mr. Dego Martin said, he probably may not even be a school child.
No, he was in school uniform, but he clearly
it was a school. Yeah, it was a school. Yeah. But from what the people were saying at the side, because there were some people at the side who were filming it at the point at which he fainted, who were critical of how the police were dealing with him.
Yeah. And that's not the first time we have had videos like this where the police don't seem to understand people's disabilities, for want of a better word. You know what I mean? They don't recognize it early enough, so they feel is an aggression that is towards them. But it's. I mean, I'm watching this series now, The Good Doctor, and that series, the parts that I've seen is chock full with issues like that. People don't know how to deal with people who have disabilities, for want of a better word.
Pass it on to the COP.
Huh?
Pass it on to the COP and let them start to watch it.
Oh, he don't want to listen to nothing.
Hold on one minute. There, caller line. Caller, good morning. Carol.
Yes.
Hello, Carol.
I wanted to ask you all your opinion on the statement made by Ainsley King that Queen Victoria's song performance, whatever you want to call it, for the judges was not judged. Instructions were given not to judge her song because the song is racist. I wanted you guys' opinion on that issue.
You know, Carol, we asked Wendell Manwaring that question, and he responded on behalf of all of us.
No, I didn't hear that particular question. I heard you ask about his statement in general. I didn't hear you about
I mentioned
being racist. I didn't hear that question.
I specifically mentioned Queen Victoria and Mr. Shack to him.
No,
you may have missed that.
Okay, Wendell.
Yeah,
okay.
You may have missed that. But because somebody had sent me the video of Queen Victoria and asked me what is this, and I didn't know what it was about. You know, and then Dean Allen raised the question of Tuco's statement. You know, so he kind of covered everything.
I know there was a lot of social media criticism about Mr. Shack and Queen Victoria not making it into the semi-finals. And when I raised the topic with Sir Charles said there were a lot of people who were being critical of the government in the Calypso competition this year. But that Tuco missive seems to contradict what you're saying, Sir Charles.
Richard. Well, as I said, there will be there are one or two, I suppose, but I think a lot of them are it's heavily on that side, you know. But
heavily critical of the government.
Yeah.
But what do you expect after these last 8 months, Sir Charles?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't expect anything. I mean, I am happy that it's happening. You know, don't feel I'm against it. You know, I am happy that it's happening because I am saying the Calypsonians have finally found their throat, their mouth. The writers have decided now that they are writing against the government.
I am confused. No, you all are confusing me. What did Tuco say?
I don't have the
apparently singled out Queen Victoria Calypsonian based on what Carol just said and what some other people said in the chat, that her Calypso is racist. I didn't hear
what
that.
What did Tuco say in its missive?
Right, so that's what I'm saying. I'm going based on what people are. I've seen the statement from Tuco ourselves. Maybe somebody could send it so we could be sure that what we are saying is accurate. that they actually said her Calypso is racist. That's what people are saying, but so you could send it to us and we could deal with it next week. Because if that is the case, then I need to, but I have the Calypso on my phone now. I'm going to listen to it after the program to determine what about this Calypso that is so different to so many other Calypsos that we have had
and
before.
People were also complaining that Mr. Shack didn't get into.
Yes, I know that because of FA and FO. I have heard nothing in that Calypso to suggest that there's a problem with it.
Because he didn't even say what FA and FO mean. That's up to you.
But I'll tell you something that I'm aware of that, let me not say it, no? I won't say it publicly. I will tell you guys in the chat what I actually heard a government minister say recently.
All right, hold on 1 minute. Hola, good morning to you.
I'm not going to wait in the public domain.
Good morning, gentlemen. Happy Friday.
Hey, happy
Captain Ron.
to you, Captain Ron.
I'm good. I'm so glad you're talking about this Calypso because Queen Victoria, I love it. There's nothing racist about it. Everything is exactly as what happened. It's not like she made it up. It's exactly what happened. And the thing is, the truth always hurts the most, and they can't face the truth. You understand? So that song speaks for itself. The FOFA, there's nothing wrong with that. I think they're just being picky in that. But I wanted to say, and the situation you all spoke about this morning with the woman going in the wrong direction, most likely that lady is from overseas, maybe somewhere in the US. Because this is one of the reasons I myself have never driven in Trinidad, because the first time I try to do it, I end up on the wrong side. You understand?
There's a man who flies a plane for a living.
So I have never driven a car in Trinidad and Tobago in all my life. I've driven everywhere else except Trinidad and Tobago. I'm really afraid to drive in Trinidad. You guys are really good because I can't do it. I'm afraid. I'm afraid people driving their high beams. They don't care and they drive very close and they overtake and shoulder. It's too much for me. Yeah. It's too much for me. It's too close. So I believe that lady, whoever it was, they caught themselves afterwards because they probably custom like they're like me driving on the right side of the road, end up on the left side of the road. That's all it was. And thank God they caught themselves and nobody got hurt.
Yeah, thank God.
But have a good weekend. Be safe. And so Charles, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, no problem.
We get today tomorrow, okay?
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much, Captain Ron.
I'm in New Jersey right now. So that's why I can.
No problem. Okay, great.
I always tell people if you could drive in Trinidad and Tobago, you could drive anywhere. And then I went to Egypt and I saw the absolute maddening thing. I've never seen no traffic lights, no markings in the road. It's just vehicles. Anywhere you fit, you fit. I've never seen anything like it. Madness.
All right, let's take a call there. Caller, good morning to you.
Yeah, gentlemen, what the TUCO release said was that TUCO has always been an apolitical organization and has always promoted the Calypso as the premier art form in the country, and it will in no way support anything where the Kina Park is seen as a political rally. And then when don't talk about apolitical, and to me, that was directly the president speaking. Now, the organization may be apolitical, but if that came from him, he's showing his political petticoats. Because what I'm saying is, even the days of Attila the Hun and the Royal Lion, they would have criticized the authorities back then, which was the British colonial governance and even coming forward. So that has been a significant part of our history in Calypso. So what I'm saying is, it's all well and good to say it's apolitical, and you talk about how it was seen by Act of Parliament. Everybody knows that. All the constituent bodies of the NCC are created by an Act of Parliament. So to say that is like, you know what I mean, you're telling us that's stale news, right? But it was clear that he was coming out to say, but listen, the exclusion of these people has to do with the fact that what they are saying is slamming the government. I don't know if you all could recall when a man who ran a chutney tent sang a song against Dr. Rowling called Dr. Rowling Mother Can't. They don't only come out and criticize that post or say the tent should close down and they shouldn't get funding. And we have to be truthful. And that is what is happening under this current Tuko president. Right?
Yeah.
That he is taking lawful criticism to the art form of Calypso, which is what they want to do, which is they want to do as being political or biased. It has always been so, whether you agree with it or not.
Yeah.
And it still support people being able to offer that sort of expression, even if you don't agree with it. They have that right. Thank you, opportunity, gentlemen, and you gentlemen have a good weekend.
All right, take care. So, Charles, I guess that is Victoria Tune you're playing there?
Yeah, well, I think that if it's a song that she has called Big Sale.
Give me your attention. UNC can't win by themselves, no election. You see, they're sitting and they're planning to make a decision. So she called out Shilaga, the old FIFA wanted man. She said, call the trade union, let we start negotiations. And we could call out a big sale and we go buy out some Africans. Africans for sale, we buying the buying. Africans for sale, we buying Africans. She don't have all she love chance, and she need on her rhymes. Now all she need is some slave names, man, some big strong Africans. Africans for sale, we buying Africans. Africans for sale, so they go on Trinidad.
All right, well, after listening to the whole song, I don't,
I will listen to the whole song too, but based on what I just heard there, what wrong with that? Haven't we had songs like that over years and years and years? It's how you take it personally. You know what I mean? I ain't for sale. Nobody can pay me enough to do. Well, people ain't paying me. And I doing things. You understand? I not for sale, but it's how you take it personally. So if the other Tuko took that personally, well, that is his business. But he don't have a right censoring that. You understand? Oh, please. Let people sing the Calypso, man. They've done it over the years. And as Wendell reminded us this morning when Dr. Eric Williams when they were singing on him, Deafy and calling him all kind of things. And what he said, let the jackass break. Huh? Oh, please.
Hello, good morning to your caller.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning, Princess.
A lot of what I wanted to say was already expressed by the ex-police officer who was giving a breakdown of Calypso history and talking about the days of Attila the Hun. I was just calling to remind people of what Wendell just said there. When the PNM was at the heights of power, most of the Calypsos didn't criticize the opposition, They criticized the PNM. That is before the days of Sugar Aloes and Croco. And if you look at the history of Calypso, you would see endless criticism of the PNM and the PNM conduct or misconduct or whatever you call it. And it was allowed to flourish because that's the art form. And I am very disappointed in what I'm seeing taking place now because I think there's a sort of censorship of Calypso lyrics, and that is unfortunate. I have been in attendance at maybe 35 consecutive Calypso fiestas, not just as a visitor, but as a sort of employee. And when I look back at that whole period and look at what's taking place now, I think we really have to stand up against that because the real elements of the art form are in danger. I remind you of Shokda's savaging Dr. Eric Williams, and it just went as normal, and we need to go back to that.
You know, I'm happy you mentioned Chokdas because I was waiting till they finish to mention Chokdas used to be winning the crown with criticisms of the then PNM government and Prime Minister, and he was winning. He was winning.
Yeah, but it changed coming wrong in the 2000s, And because that voice piece as to what the Calypsonian was supposed to be. You see, around the 2000s there, it started to change. And even when you had things happening, even with the change in administrations and stuff, it did not continue in that vein. It went silent at certain times. But even if they were saying what the ruling party was doing, and because what was a good example of it also, you could look at in the last 10-year period there, even when the government was in power, it had people still only singing on the opposition, you know. Nothing that the government was doing was coming forward in Calypso. So, and that is why they say a certain sector of people pull away from the Calypso tents. The Calypso tents, because of the era of chalk dust on them and how they were going across everybody, that started to change in the 2000s. You know, so you're now seeing a resurgence coming back in this particular year. You're getting, and I'm happy that they're singing the political calypso. I like political commentary. You know, I really love politics. I like to hear when any administration doing something and they're hitting them hard. But there were things that were happening in the past that people give up lives.
People sing. People come up with compositions depending on how certain people react, you know.
Not only that, let me tell you something. You see, there's a part that I didn't really want to say that, you know, but a lot of these persons, a lot of them are not. A lot of those Calypsonians will write their own song, you know.
That too. So that was saying, but that's why I use the word compositions.
Right.
Compositions are come up because of how certain people react, you know. So if you're reacting in a kind of way, or you ruling in a kind of way, you're going to get people composing tunes about you, you know.
Right.
That's only natural, you know?
And it's only natural that it should happen like that way. But what I'm saying that there were things happening in the last period that people were not singing about, and things were happening.
What do you mean now? You mean things happening under the PNM that people were not singing about?
Yes, there were quite a bit of things that were happening under the PNM, and certain ministers and all different kinds of, and Calypsonians let them slide.
Oh, no, man. I don't totally agree with you.
Well, I don't totally agree with you. We can disagree, but I you know.
Yeah, I know there were less. There were less because, you know, there are certain realities people have to face, you know, and I've faced that reality that most of the Calypso world may have been PNM oriented, but you know that don't help PNM sometimes, because guess what? I keep telling all you, when PNM loses an election, it's because PNM people either switch or stay home. It don't happen that way on the other side. And I don't know why people don't face certain realities about that. Right? So PNM, you might be right that PNM oriented Calypsonians wouldn't sing much when a PNM in power. But guess what? When the election comes, they just teach PNM the lesson though. That's when they just teach PNM the lesson.
I'm not sure about the Calypsonians, but so.
that is when black people.
I think that there are several Calypsonians that are purists to the art form and criticize everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you're painting a very broad. I think you're painting a very broad and an unfortunate partisan brush on all Calypsonians, which I think is crap.
No,
you're talking.
That's not what I intended to do.
Yeah.
Because Mr. Shaka sung on everybody. You understand? Even his song FAFO referring everybody, referring the US administration.
And he talk about everybody in it.
Yeah,
both
everybody in it. So,
yeah.
If NZ King Tinskin, and I hope he listening and somebody listening could tell him, if he Tinskin and feel he is being targeted as being a for sale African, that he business. That is he business.
And what it happened when Crocodile sang like Bottom Africa? I remember that.
What?
When Crocodile had sang, you remember Crocodile had a song called like Bottom Africa?
Yes.
When certain people had voted against the party and yeah.
So Charles, Coco came in for a lot of criticism for that song.
Yeah.
because he was pointing out certain people. I mean, you had to listen between his lines. And one of them, guess what? He is chairman of a very senior board right now. Okay?
Anyway, people, we up to this particular point. So this was where we leave it. We work overtime today, guys.
No, I'm just saying people are too thin-skinned, and I go talk my business. I go talk my business.
But you thin-skinned when you're ready, you know, and
yes,
you know that too, huh? You know that,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I could be. I'm not infallible, Richard.
Yeah. I am.
Oh my God. And the other people, as you're going to the weekend, I'll practice all your songs for karaoke for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And for somebody who was asking me, they want to know why we don't have people singing for the finals and all that sort of thing. And then we should pull from that who's the best singer and all that sort of thing. No, it's
that's
like
a show by itself. That's a show by itself. That's a full show.
Yeah.
For 2 hours.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And then the logistics to get everybody inside and who may not understand the system and all kind of thing.
No, but they just had to sing like how they sang before. That's all. But that will be a full show for 2 hours because they have so many people in the box. Because you know you and Wendell can't make up your mind, so you say put both in the box.
Everybody going in the box. Everybody. And the prices we have, as I say, we could do from 1 to 20.
Well, they can't be judges, no? You say let everybody get in.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, 2 questions pull in Charles and myself one time. So Charles picking all the UNC people, I picking all the PNM people.
Oh Lord have mercy.
Also, the next one, you know, when they say when Calypso and Soca, when you say North Stand and Grandstand. Yeah, so they say North Stand in yellow goes so, Grandstand in red goes so.
Well, I know watching the time. So Charles had a readjustment invoice for today.
Yes, I went today, work overtime today.
Anyway,
let's go.
Have a wonderful weekend. Be careful on the nation's roads. Look out for the young ones and remember to let go and let God.
Yes, the weekend has begun, people. So put a smile on your face, whatever you're doing. If you're in your commute or if you're already at work and sneak in a listen. A special good morning to Howard, who was passing by in her car just now when you heard me exclaim. And he said, I'm listening. So good morning to Howard. And of course, have a fantastic day, whatever you do. Remember that New Era TT Radio continues on the stream, newerattradio.com and New Era Radio on New Era TT Radio on TuneIn, where you can continue to listen to the excellent programming throughout the day and throughout the weekend. Of course, we're off for the weekend and we'll see you bright and early on Monday morning. Have a fantastic day, people, and remember to smile and laugh. It's great for your health.
Well, let me not go without saying a special good evening to our people, my fans in Ethiopia. They are in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia.
Yes.
Understand? I just got a message. So thank you so much.
Yeah, they're all pandering.
Let me send a kiss for them.
Yeah, they're all pandering. They must think you have something to give when you're ready or nothing.
When I go to Ethiopia, they'll find out. That's all.
We'll find out what happens in Africa. So. But right now we could focus on Cedrus because there is a scandal taking place in Cedrus at the end of the month on February 28th and March the 1st. That's Saturday and Sunday. And tickets go on sale from tomorrow at all the usual outlets: K-Squared, Fashions, Brentwood, Eastgates, West Mall, Jubilee Railway in Tinapuna, Electronics in Arima, Sharpley Auto Services, and Anthony's Florals in Val Park. You can get your tickets from tomorrow for that play, which opens at the end of the month. Scandal in Cedrus.
Right, let me send this other kiss. This is for Ray in West Palm Beach.
Oh, you got all the kisses you need to send off? You're sounding like Corey Pascal, eh?
Oh, you used to go.
Yeah. You just, yeah.
Slick and wicked.
So it's just a long kiss, a long.
Yeah.
Anyhow, people, let's
see. You better send the tickets for Kiss Tuesday if you know a good film.
That's coming up.
It is.
Bye-bye.
Have a great weekend, people. You've been watching
The Breakfast Show.
Get up, it's the time to start the day. The Breakfast Show is here, we bring in the soca way. Yeah. Wake up, it's a brand new dawn. The Breakfast Show got the vibes turned on.